Hi guys, welcome in. Nice work on first fret. Wait, let me put the music on. let me know if that's too loud. Can you guys hear anything? It's actually a little too quiet for me. How's everyone doing? Nice work on first frep, and thank you for your resub, Maple. Hi Giro, nice work on not first, Josh. And hi Yeti, enjoy your lurk and your chicken. Sukiyaki chicken sando sounds delicious. I haven't had sukiyaki chicken in so long. Anyway, I just started thinking about sushi and I got a little bit like distracted. Also munching on lunch. Yum! What's for lunch? Okay, how's the audio? Is Spotify too loud? I can't tell. The meter looks really high on OBS, but that's always like really deceptive. Chicken panini. Everyone is eating chicken. Maybe I should have chicken for lunch too. Wait, isn't it late for your lunch? It's like close enough to lunch for me to be considering lunch. Should it be like dinner time for you? Or is it the time of the year where the time difference isn't actually that bad? 1:49 p.m? I see. Hi Ashen! When your hiatus has a hiatus, yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna turn down Spotify a little bit, just in case. Let me know if that's too quiet or still too loud or anything. Hi Ashen, how's it going? Happy New Year! And yeah, I'm on a hiatus from my hiatus. 9:50 here. That's also a very reasonable time. I always forget which way around it is, whether it's like summer for me or winter for me. That's like the better half of the year, because on the other half of the year, our time difference increases by 2 hours, because I like stop doing daylight savings, or like one of us stops doing daylight savings and the other one starts, and so like I'm off by like 2 hours for like 6 months. And I always forget which one is a good one. Anyway, welcome in guys. I am working on, you know, back in the day when I used to have drawing requests as a redeem, that was like over a year ago and I still haven't finished them all. I made them way too cheap. Anyway, so here's what we're working on. This is like, I started this, I checked my files. I started this in like 2024. Last time I touched it was October 2024, which is just shameful. I can't believe it's been so long. What happened to 2025? I don't understand how it just disappeared. Anyway, so I've got some of these guys lined. This is like less than half of the requests I have right now, by the way. I've got some of the requests lined. Some of them are still like sketches. I think this Burnsley one is still a sketch. Yeah, it's too wonky to be lined properly. This is just a sketch. And then like there's this one that's like, oh, this is a sketch too, isn't it? I was gonna say this is like half lined and half a sketch, but no, I have to line this whole thing as well. So I've got quite a bit of work. I hope you guys are ready for boredom. I hate doing line art. Line art is like super boring. It's like the bit that I hate the most. Also, you can't really see it, but I have a lot of layers, holy heck. Okay, I guess we'll do the pride flags one first. I would just I'll just go in order. Otherwise I'll overthink what order to do things in. I'm ready for Syl. Oh, are you ever really ready for me? Like, is the world ever ready for the dumb stuff that falls out of my mouth? Because I don't think anybody is. I also started using, just on a whim, I started using this like a G pen like brush. It's just like the basic one that comes with PSD? Clip Studio Paint, CSP. This is just like the default G pen that comes with it, and I used it to just like kind of sketch something last night, and it was kind of fun. I might need to use this more. I like how variable the line is. I can get quite thin and like quite... Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Luckily, that's not boring. True. And the insane stuff that I do say is not that boring most of the time. Alright, what liner was I using? Was it this one? What? I guess it doesn't matter. Hi, Hazel! Do you make backups of your brushes? I do! Yeah, that's such a good shout. Yeah, every month I have a reminder to do like all of my backups. You lost yours 2 years ago! Oh no! I'm so sorry, Hazel, that sucks! Yeah, every month I've got a like task that shows up to like back up everything. And that backs up my Chatterino settings, my OBS, like everything, my VTube Studio like data, even my Francoface Z extension files. If you use the extension on browser, Francoface Z, which I fully recommend, it's so good, there's an option to export all your settings. So I do that once a month as well, and back that up. I back up my Stream Deck. The one with all the buttons that you don't really play games on. There are games for the Stream Deck. They're kind of goofy, but the one with the buttons, not the handheld. So I back up my Stream Deck as well. And yeah, I back up like all my brushes. I back up my extensions for like my tits. The Twitch integrated throwing system, I've got like custom items and stuff in there. I back that up. But yeah, that really sucks, Hazel. I opened so I back up all of those, but I also have a program called Rebel that I don't use as often, and I lost all the brushes for that. just because hi Bob. Just because I don't use it as often, it's just kind of like whenever I feel like doing something that looks a bit more traditional, it's a very different vibe. It's more like a game than like a drawing program. Hi Krujoy, welcome in. I hope you guys are doing well. What is this art? I love it. This is the requests from like 2024. Here's your ones down here. I hate it. It's horrible. Thanks, Bob. Do you guys ever like get the thing where there's someone you don't like, and like when they approve of something, you like no longer like that thing? So the fact Bob hates it is good. There's someone I don't like, cough, Silfern. I hate you too, Bob. Hi, Iron Man. Enjoy your lurk. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, by the way, I changed my, not that you can really tell, but I changed my, stream avatar settings down the bottom, because, like, I was, like, my mic and stuff was crackling earlier. I think my resources were, like, kind of, you know, I just don't have enough of them. So I turned stream avatars down a bit. Now you only show up on the bottom of my stream if you've said something in chat in like the last 15 minutes or something. So if you don't see yourself there, that's why. You're not talking enough. I love you lurkers though. Thanks for lurking. You just don't, you know, I just don't love you enough to give you a stream avatar anymore. Darkening the corner. I hate that you're back on Twitch, darkening the corner of the internet. Bob, please. Twitch, it's not quite as dark as Kick, but it's already a pretty dark corner of the internet. This is where us all stinky neats hang out, drinking Monster and eating Dorito Cool Ranch. Hi Leo, welcome in. I am so sorry about your Switch. Guys, Leo's Switch, like, died live on stream last night, and it was, like, really tragic. I hope you can get that worked out. That really sucks. Yeah, he was, like, about to play a game, and then it just, like, wouldn't turn on. Yeah, Switch dock is still splashing green. Yeah, I caught up on the Discord messages in your channel, in your server, and I was like, oh no. I was really hoping it would come right after you just like slept on it. Like, you know, give everyone just like the night to sleep on it, and maybe it would feel up to working again in the morning. But it's still not working! That sucks. You contacted Nintendo, fingers crossed they can do something. And I double fingers crossed they can do it for free. That would be nice. But it's like 10 years old, right? Don't you say you got it in like 2018? That's it's 2017 now, so definitely not free. Oh, that sucks. I've had the fortune of having free I cannot multitask. Why do I draw on stream? As soon as I draw a line, I like whatever I was saying goes out the window. What was I saying? Yeah, I've had the fortune of having free support for some stuff that's died, but I don't think I've ever received it for something as old as, like, you know, 9 years. Hi Bogo King, welcome in. Multitasking is too hard. I know, right? Good thing we stream. That's like the ultimate multitasking. So draws a line. So what was I doing again? Exactly! Like you joke, but like that's exactly what happened. I think if it'll cost me more than $100, then I'll just save for a Switch 2, but we'll see. Yeah, good luck. And thanks. Okay, I can't remember what I was doing here. I guess I think I was just doing like super basic hands. What does it look like when you hold a flag in that position? Like the thumbs kind of out here. I'm so these requests were always meant to be like pretty quick doodles, but I think I've like kind of put them on the pedestal too much, like mentally, that I keep like kind of being a perfectionist about them. But I need to get back into the doodle mind space and make sure I'm actually not obsessing over getting all the lines and things right. No streaming equals no multitasking. It's true. Unless you're a parent. Then your life just sucks. You hold it by holding the stick between your teeth. That's... My teeth are too weak for that. I have really pathetic teeth. If my teeth were like in like a battle royale situation, they'd be like the first to go. They'd be the one that like accidentally injures themselves and gets like taken out. Your life sucks if you're a parent. Also, Syl has another kid. Yeah, okay, that was Alex's fault. Like, we were trying, but it was him that wanted it. Parent is per multitask, yeah, for real. It's okay, I'll be free of it in 18 years. With the way that 2025 went, 18 years will feel like 10 seconds. So... What am I doing with this hand? Okay, hang on. Maybe like this. Does this make sense? Does this look close enough to a hand? And then this is Yeti's arm, so he's got a bit of fur. Sounds like an excuse. Ms. has the womb. Yeah, unfortunately, Alex was not capable of carrying the child himself, otherwise I would have made him. I need my references open for this. I have a bunch of references from Galaxy here, but they're all like by slightly different artists. So like they're all from different artists, so like they all look kind of slightly different in all of them. I think this is the official reference here, so I'll go by that. Too much Aussie has happened this year, for real. Like, I don't want to, you know, get into US politics and stuff too much on my channel, but like, bruh, what? You just weren't trying hard enough. Imprig is a thing according to every fanfic website on the internet. Yeah. Remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger Imprig movie? I brought that up the other day to my family. We were like all sitting in the lounge, you know, as you do. Yeah, how come I'm the only one that remembers this? I can't remember what it was called, but there's an Arnie Imprig movie from like the 90s or maybe late 80s. I can't remember when. He has an Imprig movie with I think it was Danny DeVito. Yeah, Junior. Yeah. That has Danny DeVito in it, right? I'm like the only one that ever remembers this like ridiculous movie, and whenever I bring it up in conversation, which happens like weirdly a lot, whenever I bring it up in conversation, everyone looks at me like I'm absolutely insane. He had an Imprig movie, guys. In the 90s, before it was cool. Yeah, I always mix up this movie in my head with Twins, because that's another one with Danny DeVito in it, right? Larry suggests omitting the volunteer's gender and convinces him to impregnate himself with an ovum codenamed Junior. I've heard of it, though I've never seen it. You are missing out on the best labor scene in cinematic history. Arnie gives birth in the movie. You can't just decide to impregnate yourself. Well, now who's not trying hard enough, Bob? God, it's gonna take me 10 years to finish these requests. I need to stop overthinking the hair. I'm like looking at these references, like trying to get every strand perfect, and like it's not a commission, it's just a doodle request. It's not even a drawing request, it's for a doodle. So disguised as a woman, Alex hides in a retreat for expectant mothers, blaming his masculine appearance on anabolic steroid use. Yeah, that movie was a ride. I should rewatch it. I should finally have a watch along on Discord, like I keep threatening. The problem with having a watch along, for me at least, is if I'm available for a watch along on stream, it means I'm also available to stream, and if I'm available to stream, I'd rather be streaming. And honestly, streaming is maybe like it costs me less spoons. Like it's less stress than just hosting a watch along. Is that dumb? Am I just silly? I'd rather watch you stream, yeah. It's kind of a shame though, because watch-alongs are like kind of cute. Like little community event to have. So I exploded your bot. Can we talk about coding with impunity now? No. You merely destroyed what? Oh my god. Francie, hi, welcome in. Thank you for the intro, Bob. Yes, I'm Syl. I'm an autistic variety streamer from New Zealand. We play all sorts of stuff here on the channel. Today I'm doing art before somebody takes my kneecaps away from being so behind on these request drawings from 2024. How was your stream, Francie? How was Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie? Ooh. Somebody mentioned a Trails game in a stream I was watching the other night. Is that one of these games? Is that I've heard of Tales of games, but I haven't heard of like Trails games. So is this one of those, or is this like a separate thing? Also wonderful, so fun. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you had a good stream. Welcome in, everyone. Everyone from my chat, please check out Francie. Please follow them if you can. I love their streams so much. I feel like I miss them a lot because of my time zone, but whenever I show up, it is like so nice and cozy and wonderful over there. It's all the Legends of Heroes franchise. Oh, I see. Are they like JRPGs? It's been so long since I properly played a JRPG. Yeah. I used to be really into them. But it's like it's like too much brain for me now. Is that dumb? I feel like I have to pay attention to dialogue too much in JRPGs. I'm reaching that age. Okay. I'm like a mother of 2 kids now, so all I can handle is Bejeweled. Well, welcome in. If you need to go and lurk after your stream, rest up, get a snack, hydrate, all that good stuff, please feel free to drop that lurk. Thank you so much again for the raid, and Happy New Year! I hope you had a good Christmas. Yeah, story and reading is the most important stuff. Yeah, exactly! It's like, somehow the most intense parts of like a visual novel and like an RPG mashed together, and that's a JRPG. And yes, with no kids, I still have some time. Yeah, enjoy it while you can. I don't know, I can't remember how old you are, Francie, but like, for everyone in chat, that 30 wall is real. Like, everyone jokes about like being over 30, like being old. Good choice, Francie. You will have so much more time and energy. Yeah, the 30 wall is real. Have you felt it, Francie? Like when you like hit 30, things just like don't work right anymore. You get like tired more easily. Suddenly you're going to bed earlier. Yeah, you feel like an old woman now. That's when it happens. Handshake. You don't like recover from exercise or illness as easily, and if you eat the wrong things, so help you God. Like it's real. It's not just a meme or a joke made by young 20-somethings. Everyone beware. I don't have the mental to play video games anymore. That's such a mood booger. I just don't end up playing games like off stream. Whenever I say I'm gonna keep playing this off stream, or I'm gonna play like this game off stream, it just like never happens. I'm playing Persona 5 Royale off stream. Royal? It's just Royal, isn't it? I'm playing Persona 5 off stream. I can't remember the last time I actually booted up the game. Was probably in 2024. So it's gonna have to break up with that buffalo sauce. No! Am I getting too old for the buffalo sauce? Is that it? I swear to God, I'm not old yet, but I feel old in the knees and the mind. It's just book or music now. That's, yeah, I feel you. The knees, my knees were always like the first thing to go. Actually, that's a lie. It's my back. I have really bad posture. So my back just gave out at like 12. It didn't even wait until I was 30. It's more like 13. I'm like, yep, I'm done. I've had enough of Syl. I'm just not going to do this anymore. Pat and I have a weekly game night. Oh, cute. And I have some played up restaurants where I told him I'd fix up the automation on my own before we continue, and it's been like 4 months. Oh my God, mood. Hi, Adam. Yeah, we're doing art today. Well, it's mostly just doodles and talking, lots of talking. Yeah. We just keep starting new restaurants instead. I'm gonna run out of save slots. Same! Every time I load up PlateUp, it's like, oh no, do I have to kill a restaurant? I didn't have to yesterday. Hi Dude Manjo, welcome in. I didn't have to yesterday because I had just, I don't know, the last thing I had saved there I had died on. But usually it's a little dicey. Why can't they just give us infinite save slots? Like, it's a, you know, it's a PC game, not a console game. Like, I guess it is out on console now, isn't it? I think you missed this earlier. Smalltalk is back, but randomized Smalltalk cost isn't. No, that's not intentional. Why is it? Why is it doing that? Let me take a look here. PlateUp used to only have one save slot. Honestly, I almost prefer that. Because then you have to commit, you know? Oh my god, frap. Okay, wait. Let me work out why the randomized I have like a manual override one that goes off like all the time. Am I accidentally setting this? No. I think I just didn't enable randomize Smalltalk. Reroll Smalltalk cost. Yeah, it's this one, right? Right? Yes. It says it's enabled! What do you mean? It's enabled and it's not paused. It's back. Oh, it's back now. Alright. Let's do the Smalltalk. Where's my button for that? I had a button for it, right? It's been so long. Oh, here we go. Right. It came back like once you opened StreamerBot. It may have been frap doing the redeem. Alright, Smalltalk time. How was everyone's Christmas? What did you guys get up to? Was it fun or like an awkward family gathering? Tell us about Croissant. Is he flaky? Yes. Is he chocolate? Depends. Is his diaper full? Because I think that's kind of chocolate, right? He is flakier than Lily was. Is he served with preserves? No, it's just a chocolate croissant. Excellent, you had an excellent Christmas. That's great, Frat. We had a smaller Christmas than last year because last year we had, what did we have last year? Around Christmas time last year, my brother-in-law got married, and his partner is from the US, so is my brother-in-law. They moved over, so they were both from we were -2 months pregnant. Yes. so we had we were also entertaining my brother-in-law's in-laws. How would you, what is my relationship to them? It's my brother-in-law, but they're like his partner's parents and immediate family. My in-laws anyway. So we had let's just call them G. We had G's parents and 3 siblings over. They're basically strangers, but they were in my house. I bought them presents. Inter-outlaws. Yeah. I kind of like that. Anyway, so we had them over. One of the brothers didn't bother showing up to Christmas, but so it was like 4 extra people. And we also, what we often do is, so we bought strangers presents, but not me. Well, yeah, they're strangers, so, you know, my feelings like neutral on them. I don't like actively hate them like I hate you, Bob. Yeah, so we had like four extra, like extended family members, and we have like a family friend, like Lily's friend and her family. They moved over from the UK a few years ago, and they don't have any family in New Zealand, you know, apart from like each other. So we usually invite them over for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So we had Lily's friend's family and my brother-in-law's new extended family. That was a lot of people in my house. Luckily we have a large lounge. Anyway, so there was like lots of people at Christmas time the year before in 2024. But obviously the last Christmas we just had in 2025, the extended in-laws, the inter-outlaws weren't there. Hi Jesse, welcome in. How you doing? We're talking Christmases. I have a small talk going for like another minute. So we don't have the extended family. And Lily's friend's family were back in the UK over Christmas, like visiting their actual family or something for some reason. So it was just like, it was like half the number of people, and Lily is just sitting there like, this Christmas sucks. There's less people, less presents, and my friend isn't here. She was a champ about it. She didn't just like, you know, randomly complain. We asked her like, you know, are you having a fun Christmas? She's like, yeah, it's all right. Oh my god, sorry. My push to mute isn't working for some reason. There we go. Yeah, so it was suboptimal by Lily's standards. I think it was better. Was much quieter. And it's summer, and we have a new charcoal barbecue. So we had a barbecue. It was tasty. Syl, are you having a fun Christmas? Lily, no, how dare you not invite literally every person we know. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and my mom and her partner, they don't usually come to Christmas. Oh yeah, small talk's over. Thanks for the redeem frap. I hoped you wanted to talk about Christmas because that's what we did. Yeah, like my mom like never comes for Christmas. She'll come for Thanksgiving, and maybe we'll see her for like New Year's. Ow, thank you for the hydrate. Everyone hydrate. But yeah, my mom's never been that big on Christmas. She is Japanese, so it's just like, you know, never really been that much of a thing for her. So we don't usually see her for Christmas. But like Lily was sitting there like, where's my friend and her parents? And we're like, well, they're in the UK. Like, where's Nana? And we're like, she's in Japan. Like, where's I can't remember what she called. She had like a nickname for like my brother-in-law's partner's father-in-law. But who wants to go to KFC for Christmas? Exactly, yes. Like, where are those guys? They were cool. And I'm like, they're in the US. Lily's just like, why is no one in New Zealand right now? Welcome back, Yeti. I hope you enjoyed your sando. You could have given me literal coal. In this economy, in 2025, you think I would give you coal, Bob? Please. I bet every gift she brings is made of wooden crates. Wait, who? Wait. Wait, who? Me? That's the best idea. I wish we did that in the US. Is KFC, what's open in US during Christmas time? Like, everything kind of shuts down in New Zealand. You can't like buy anything on Christmas Day. What's open in the States? Lily should make friends with sheep. I'm not sure where the closest... Is it a flock? It's a flock of sheep, right? I'm not sure where the closest flock of sheep is. Dude, they were so good. Oh, excellent. Theaters? Wait. Theaters are open? Wait, everything is open? Are you serious? Really? Wait, why are theaters open? That's so dumb! Time to start putting used alkaline batteries in the stockings. Oh. Wait, why? It was a replacement for coal? Used batteries? That would actually be pretty funny. Wait. Ow. Hi, Elder. We do prank Christmas gifts or like gag gifts on Christmas to each other, not to Lily. Lily gets actual gifts, but like we usually get dumb stuff for each other just so Lily's not the only one getting presents, but like we don't really want to buy actual presents. Anyway, used batteries sounds hilarious. I feel like I should write that down for next year. Hang on, wait. I'm getting my handy dandy notebook. Used batteries. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna save up my used batteries for the whole year and give them to someone at Christmas. I mean, like every chain store, chain restaurant and store is open on Christmas. That's crazy. This is gas stations and Asian restaurants. Yeah, in New Zealand, there is a fee for staying open on certain, like, national holidays. The small ones close. At least the small ones close. Make sure they're completely drained already. The batteries, yeah, I don't know. I really want one of those battery tester gizmos. Like, you know how you can put the battery in and see how much charge it has left? I really want one of those, but it's like such a weirdly specific thing that I don't feel justified in purchasing it for myself. How would you completely drain the battery? Like what? How would I make sure it's... Wouldn't it be better if they weren't completely drained? Like if they had like 5% left and they'd like work in the next thing for like 5 minutes and then die? Wouldn't that be so much funnier, actually? Yeah, what if you don't celebrate Christmas? Yeah, exactly. It's dumb, right? I feel like and New Zealand's just kind of like that. On one hand, I want to be angry. Let me swap back to here you go. Did I pause the music? Here we go. Yeah. So I want to be angry about being forced to like observe a Christian holiday when I'm not Christian. But at the same time, the way we celebrate Christmas isn't really Christian anymore anyway. And like, you know, we get the day off and it means that people aren't forced to work in supermarkets and stuff. Like they don't get like cornered into working like if they're desperate or like in a bad place or whatever. So I don't know. It forces people to take some time off. So it's a little bit hard to be angry about that. I'm drawing you, by the way, Yeti. Christmas isn't solely religious anymore. It's mostly capitalism, right? I need to stop obsessing over my lines. It's meant to be just a doodle. Yeah, I'm catching up on my request backlog from 2024. I bet everyone's forgotten about these, but I have not. I wish I did. That would make my life easier. Christmas was my favorite part of capitalism, yeah. I guess, like, I want to say, you know, what about X? But I'm actually having trouble finding, like, thinking of something that's better than Christmas. For capitalism. Capitalism just kind of sucks. I'm grumpy on why Santa wears red. Why does Santa wear red? I feel like I've heard this little fact a while ago, but I cannot remember for the life of me. Was it the Coca-Cola thing? Or was that... It was the Coca-Cola thing? Hi, Raindrop! Your kneecaps will be spared, thank you. I would very much like them. I think life would be very inconvenient without my kneecaps. Although, maybe I'll get like a disability check? Maybe I should stop drawing these. And actually relinquish my kneecaps. And then I'll get paid out by the government. Early 20th century Coke ad. That's crazy. I always thought that Coca-Cola just picked Santa because he was red, but it's like actually the other way around. That's you know what I miss? I miss good marketing like that. Like, I feel like that was a very successful marketing campaign. And Robitussin? Remember the Robitussin ad? It's like, you say bless you when people sneeze. What do you say when people cough? You say Robitussin. And what an amazing ad campaign. They don't make them like that. Anyway, I feel so old. I'm like angrily yelling at clouds now, but you know. What are we drawing? I am catching up on drawing requests from a million years ago. If I finish these, I'm planning on doing your Battle Angel Alita / Galley picture, but I am going so slowly that I probably won't get to that today. Fruit roll-ups ad. I turned your hands into fruit roll-ups. I don't know that one. That one didn't play here. Ads used to be bitter. Yeah. Dude, Coke's ad campaigns have changed history. Absolutely mad, lads. For real. And then, like, they were also the ones that released, like, the horrible AI-generated ad recently, right? I still want you to try and read it eventually. Yeah, when I can. I have had not much space for manga recently. I hate reading manga on my phone, but it's kind of like whenever I'm at my computer, I need to be doing other things. I've never watched the AI ad. I'm assuming it was terrible. I have also never watched the AI ad, but I have seen news articles written about how terrible it was. Manga is the only thing I have room for. I mean, at least you have that. Yeah, obviously No Rush. Yeah, it's on my backlog. So is a certain magical index, although that's like a visual novel or whatever. Not a visual novel. What was it called? Something novel. Light novel? I don't remember. I finally put that on my Kindle, like after a year. Alright, I wanted their tail to kind of swing around the front. Looks like a pretty standard fluffy foxtail type thing. It's so hard to find time to read novels. Novels, like actual books. How much did I read last year? I think it was like 74 books? 70 something. I read like 74 books last year. I find it much easier to make time to read actual books than things like manga. Yeah, and anime. I don't love the anime, but I'm sure it's different. Yeah, it's I feel like that about several things too. You finished one book. What did you read, Bilga? I'm sorry, I'm always asking people what they're reading. Okay, what was I doing? Wait, was this really meant to be their tail? No, their tail is over here. What was this? I think this was a skirt or something. I can't understand my own sketch. My sketch is so messy. Like, like is this the tail? It looks like this is the tail. What did I put over here? This must be. Oh! It's the ruffly skirt, in this outfit. I don't have time to read at home and work. There's too many screaming kids to read. That sounds exhausting. Yeah, I read every single night. It's part of my... It's how I get to sleep. I hop into bed and I read my Kindle until I fall asleep reading my Kindle. Several times I have had it wake me back up because I dropped the Kindle on my face. Like I just doze off and it just like slaps me like on the nose or like right above my eye. And then I wake up and start reading again until it happens again. I think Alex heard it happen to me like 3 or 4 times in one night once. and then the other day, yeah, you can't exist without reading. Me too, Raindrop. I can't go to sleep without reading. It's very rare that I can actually sleep without like reading myself to sleep. But the other day, I don't know, this was maybe a few months ago actually, but I was like reading in bed and I fell asleep and Alex had woken up for some reason. It must have been about a month ago. Alex woke up, noticed that I was like asleep, but still holding my Kindle, and he was like, I better take that out of her hand before she drops it on her face. And oh, bummer about the phone call, Yeti. He was like, I better take it out of her hands before she drops it on her face and then wakes herself back up. So he tried to like gently take it from my hand, but I had it in like a death grip. And I was like completely asleep. And I just like would not let go of my Kindle. It was like a vice, apparently, which is interesting because my hand grip usually really sucks. But I was like gripping onto my Kindle so tight that he was like trying to slide it out gently, and then he started like tugging it, and then like he had to give it a good yank, and that's what woke me up. And I just like turned to him and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And then he's like, never mind. So I went back to reading. Yeah, protecting your Kindle even in your sleep. Yeah, it's it's like more important than my pillow at this point. I read Ranger's Apprentice Book 1 again. Oh, I love rereading books. But you hate reading digital books, digital manga only. I like the physical feeling of turning pages. I can understand that. I was very resistant to like reading on a Kindle before I actually read on a Kindle. I was like, oh, I like turning the pages. I like feeling the weight of the book. I love, you know, like if you're reading fantasy books, it's kind of nice being able to flick to the start and like look at the maps or like to the back and the glossary and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't think I'll like using Kindles as much. I can tell you which was the first book I ever read on Kindle, because my friend, actually it was my boyfriend at the time, my then boyfriend lent me, like he was like, oh, I think you would enjoy this book, you should read it. I have it on my Kindle, you can just take the whole Kindle and read it on there. And I was like, okay. It was a massive Kindle, but I really liked it. I thought I would hate it, and I'm not saying, you know, this is because anyone hasn't tried reading on a Kindle or anything, but like I was expecting to hate it, but I really enjoyed it. And this is like a super old big Kindle. They've gotten like better and better. And I was like, oh my god, I need a Kindle. I don't want to go back. It was so much easier to read in bed. Reading digitally makes me sad. I can understand that. Yeah, I still have these moments of when you, I have not drawn a single line in a while. When you when you open an old book, for me it's specifically, yeah, the smell of the book pages. For me, it's like it's like the really old, like kind of gross mildewy smell. Because so many of my books when I was a kid were like secondhand. I would get them at like massive, like yearly secondhand sales of books. And you would like buy them by the box. Like they'd hire out this like hall or something, and they'd have like all the secondhand books that they've like collected from donations or whatever, and set them up like in the hall, like a giant bookshop. And you grab a basket or like a box, and you just like kind of fill it up. And then at the end they're like, oh yeah, like $2 for the box. I like our entire like library of books at home were from those like secondhand like donated books that we got really really cheap. So the like the musty smell of like neglected books that's like crazy nostalgia for me, and I just don't get that very much anymore. So I'm like, well, I'm not the only one who likes the smell of used and new books. Yeah, new books don't hit quite the same to me. It's specifically the used ones, but there's definitely like a smell that I miss. I started reading fan fiction and got used to it, and now I just kind of go back and forth depending on if the book is pretty enough to buy it physically versus ebook. Oh, nice. Yeah, for me, I typically prefer ebooks. Obviously, I like reading in bed, but if it's a book that I really enjoyed, or something that was like important to me, I'd try to buy a physical copy of it and like stick it on a bookshelf or something as this sounds so stupid, but as more like a talking point or like a passive self-introduction. Like if somebody comes to visit your house, I love looking at people's bookshelves when I visit like their houses. It's like an about me page for dorks. Yeah, used to read at work, but citywide budget cuts meant I got moved to locations somewhere more chaotic. Oh no, what a pain. New books always kind of smell like glue now. Oh yeah, is that what that smell is? It is, isn't it? We're just sniffing glue. Fanfics and web novels are fine, but I know it's an actual book, it has to be physical. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm like kind of the opposite, but I get it, you know? Yeah, about me page for books. Yeah. Hi Gino, welcome in. Yeah, that's why I hide my power level by not keeping physical books. What bothers me is, I shouldn't say this because Sleepy got me like a book physically earlier. What makes me concerned about people gifting me books is that now I like own like a physical book that's going on my bookshelf, and that adds to like my passive about me. And it's like, oh no, what if I don't like the book? Like, does this really tell like the viewer something about myself? So yeah, I do have a few books on my shelf or like that I own that I'm not like entirely proud of, like the Aragon series. Yeah, how's it going, Gino? How's your Christmas? Looks at the books I own sitting unread on the shelf. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, there's something about used books that I really like. Just like it kind of bothers me when a book is like pristine, because I feel like I shouldn't touch it. You know, like I'm worried to make a crease in it. But if it's like a book that's already pre-loved, it's already seen like a lot of use. I don't mind so much, you know. I can like add to that like story in the creases of the book. It tells a lot about a person. My sister's looks toxic! Oh no, is it like full of Twilight stuff or something? I feel like Twilight's like kind of toxic, personally. I said that, but then I remember, doesn't Raindrop like Twilight? Oh no. Listen, the relationships in Twilight is what I mean. Okay, who did that? Okay, Yeti's redeemed a forced break. So in like 16 seconds, we're gonna go, oh, old Russian literature, like The Stranger. I'm not familiar with that. Okay, wait, forced break's coming up. We gotta take a 6-minute break. I'm sorry, Raindrop. You agree that the relationship is kind of toxic. Like, he's creeping on her in her sleep. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Handshake kitty. That is like exactly how I build my stats. I do not ever want to rely on crit. Bonk stick only. Welcome back, guys. I hope you all, like, you know, got a snack and drink and whatever else you guys do on break. I was like desperately cramming crackers in my mouth. Aaron Jesus hatred confirmed. Yeah. I only rely on crit if I can make it almost 100%. Dang. Is there like any system that lets you do that? I feel like crit is usually capped for a lot of the things that I've played, which is not that many things actually. So what do I know? Okay, what is going on here? This goes here. I think we need more ruffles this way. What is this? Draw. No for tabletop RPGs, but some MOBAs. Oh, MOBAs. Yeah, I don't play any MOBAs. I actually use weapons with negative crit because RNG in the other direction actually zeroes me out. Wait, that's so funny. Some tactical RPGs allow ridiculous crit builds. Oh, really? I think Holo Cure allows crit to be 100%. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right, actually. I should play Holo Cure. Man, I haven't played that in ages. I miss it. There's so many things I miss. I have not made it very far in Holo Cure because, like in terms of unlocking maps and things, because I wanted to play like every character at least once on the starting, on like the first map. And that, you know, took a while. And just when I did it, like just when I finished doing it, I think I did it anyway. I can't remember. They added some more. Like they had an update and I was like, oh my god. I crammed Holocure until I burned out like a supernova. Yeah, Yeti, it's just like how we enjoy games, I think. We just like go from 0 to 100, 0 to 200, and then stop. I'm like that with a lot of stuff. I'm actually having a bit of a problem right now, because I've been working on my 2.0 model, right? I've mentioned it like a million times. You're probably sick of hearing about it. I'm working on my 2.0 model, and it's taken a long time, and it's because I was like, okay, I'll take my time with this one. I kind of rushed the model that I'm using right now. I like rushed it, and there's a lot of things I'm not happy with, so I'll take my time with this next one, and do it properly, and do like incremental, like, you know, development and stuff. Anyway, it's taken so long that I just kind of want to start from scratch again. I think that method is just not working for me. It's too slow. I'm too neurodivergent for that. I need to just like lock in and put like 200% of my energy into like a waterfall method with this model, just so I can get something out there that I can use. Otherwise I'm just gonna want to constantly start over. I've already started over like 2 or 3 times. Honestly, do it. Yeah, I'm just a little sad about doing it because like, while I'm not really happy with how the current model is looking anymore, like the thing that I'm working on right now, I've also put a lot of work into it. I have spent hours rigging like the head and the eyes and the mouth, and like I don't want to redo everything, but I also don't really like how the art looks anymore, so yeah. Fire Emblem Fates has some fun crit shenanigans. Nice. I've never gotten into Fire Emblem games. I think it's just because I suck too much at tactical games. One read Hollow Knight. I'll be taking my money out. Dude, don't do it. Like Fortnite is insane with their collabs. They're like just taking. It's like a fungus that's like growing. Like, you know how it starts off in like a tiny little speck, and then like you blink and it's taken over like your whole loaf of bread because you left it out on the counter on a warm summer day. Hi, Dryad! Welcome in, Triad. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Luna. How are you guys doing? How was Minecraft? Thank you for the raid. Hi, I am Syl. If you don't know me, what am I again? I'm an autistic streamer from New Zealand. Yeah, that sounds right. Variety streamer, yeah. We stream all sorts of random stuff here on this channel. Today we are working on some art because I want to keep my kneecaps. Welcome in, Nintendo. Thank you so much for the welcome back. Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome in, Manga Lion BT. How you guys doing? What were you guys up to in Minecraft? Also, did I miss anyone? I got everyone right. Thank you so much for the follow, Luna. Welcome in. Enjoy your stay. Also, if you guys need to lurk, like, you know, go and rest up or whatever, please feel free to sneak off. But if you are sticking around, welcome, and tell me about Dryad stream. Kneecaps are overrated. Yeah, I was actually just thinking that I might be able to go on like a disability check situation if I didn't finish my art debt and my kneecaps did indeed disappear. So, you know, it's not exactly a win-win situation, but So friend's been on back for 2 streams and is already back on the moldy bread. Shh. We just got raiders in. Okay, they don't need to know about my bad habits. Well, welcome in, guys. I hope you had fun and Happy New Year. People from my stream, if you don't already know Dryad, please go check him out. He's a very pog artist and fun gamer, loves horror games, and just a sweet bean. Please, please check him out if you haven't already. Yeah, just replace your legs for tank treads. I'm like trying to visualize that, and I can't decide if I love it or hate it. I was making Dryads mind blown with random music. Oh, Nintendo music facts. Cool. What's your favorite Nintendo music fact? Moldy Bread stream. Listen, penicillin has been a boon to society. I don't. Moldy books. I did mention moldy books earlier too, didn't I? Damn. Minecraft was fun. I almost drowned. Are those 2 things related? Is that like a hobby? I've heard of like adrenaline junkies, but like this is a little far, Dryad. Do we need to get you help? I've yet to find the haunted forest, but maybe next time. And good luck. What's next? Moldy cheese. I mean, moldy cheese is delicious, as long as it's the right kind of mold. Blue cheese, camembert, that's all I can think of. But they're both delicious, even if they can kind of flare up my allergies a bit. So waits for food to go moldy so she can absorb the mold's power and become stronger. Yeah, it's like microgreens. You know how microgreens are a thing? Like you like it, you know, sprout seeds or whatever, like on a little kitchen container. And then you eat them while they're babies, like that guy in Snowpiercer. Moldy bread is just streamlined microgreens. Okay? They're green. Some of them is red. But I mean my favorite Nintendo music fact is that Koji Kondo, who basically wrote the soundtrack for Childhood, didn't have formal musical training. He just kind of winged it and completely rocked it. I love that. That's awesome. He did all the Mario, Zelda, and Star Fox games, maybe more, for like 15 plus years, dang! With no musical training, well, no formal musical training. That's really cool, actually. I love that. Right, one is that Super Mario World uses the same theme for all the level themes in the game. Don't believe me? Listen to the songs back to back, like the first level theme, and then underwater, and then castle/tower ones. That's neat! Is it just like different riffs? I haven't played Super Mario World. Is it just like different riffs on like the same like notes? Syl eats children confirmed. Moldy tree. You have to wait for them to go moldy first. Otherwise they haven't like aged properly. Yeah, sorry for the cursed food content. I would say that I don't know where that comes from, and we're not usually like this, but that would be a lie. I'm just trying to eat my cinnamon stewed apple, I'm sorry. Oops. Yeah, the children haven't aged properly. Well, you know, oh god damn it. All I hear is mold this and mold that. I'm sorry, Raindrop. You should know better than to eat while listening to my streams, though, just saying. Just be glad we haven't brought up toilets yet. You have to wait for them to go moldy first. I mean, you sent a kid out to play in some mud puddles over a couple of rainy oh yeah, a couple of rainy days, and then you're there. Yeah. Just send them out in the mud. Okay, listen, am I the only one that thinks like mud is kind of clean? Like, does that make sense? Not necessarily mud, but like earth. You know, like dirt. I was doing a little bit of gardening. Which is very rare for me, the other day, and I was like feeling through the earth for stones because we were getting rid of a bunch of stones in this like one patch of the garden, and I was like, nice clean dirt. It feels nice. It feels very healthy, you know? You're right, this is on me. It is, Raindrop. Moldy toilets, yeah, delicious. The best kind of bowl to eat out of. I'm glad I didn't miss the toilets. I am also glad that you didn't miss the toilets, Triad. Is that a common occurrence for you too? That reminds me of the white toilet mode. Wait, there's white toilet mode? Like, how can you see that it's there if it's white? Is it... Doesn't it just like blend in? Different ways of playing the same song. One is fast-paced, another is slower, but with other beats added. The underwater is sleepy sounding and so forth. Oh, that's so cool. The bonus stage uses the same song too. That is an awesome fact. Thank you for sharing, Nintendo. I love that. Kids and parents are a great example of entropy. It takes work to keep any kind of order. It really, really does. Oh my god. My family is like out of town for a couple of days, and I'm really enjoying how the house isn't just like degrading into mess every time I blink. I go eat and pass out on the floor. Enjoy your floor time, Triad. Have good eats. Yeah, earth and dirt and mud is clean. I agree. Thank you. Shakes hand. Yeah, I feel like things like dust inside and like carpets and stuff are kind of gross, but somehow dirt isn't. Dirt feels like wholesome. It fell off the lid onto the bowl. Oh no. Oh man, I had a friend who never cleaned his toilet for like a year! A year! We started calling it the witch's cauldron. Oh my god! Do you have photos? I mean, like, I shouldn't want to see a moldy toilet, but I kind of do. Like, how bad did it look after a year? Always happy to provide random trivia haps. In fact, I am always happy to receive them, Nintendo. Thank you. Oh, how was the Doritos? Oh, the Doritos were great. You never updated us? Yeah, fantastic flavor. I really enjoyed the Cool Ranch. Takes a shower time. Wait, shower all the time with the rain? Yeah, you're right. Do you guys ever like hang laundry outside? It's very common here in New Zealand. I feel like dryers didn't become like a common thing in New Zealand until like way later. When I was a kid, everyone just like hung their laundry outside, and dryers were only for like industrial spaces almost. Like communal dryers. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, when someone from the US heard about my mother-in-law, who was living in New Zealand at the time, hanging the laundry outside, she was like, ew, that's so unhygienic. I was like, what? But it's like getting the sunlight and the wind, like it's touching grass, like that's much healthier than just keeping it inside with all your like symbiotic mold, like like spores and stuff, right? I honestly don't want to see it at all. That would be a horrifying image. Yeah, I imagine that one would stay with you. I wouldn't show it on stream, but if I were to see it, I wouldn't complain. You used to grow up in the desert, but now that I can't really do it because it's so humid, but I do it inside. Really? You can't put it outside because of the humidity? New Zealand is like so humid. It takes ages to dry clothes unless you're in the middle of summer. But we still get them dry. Like outside. I have a really good dryer now that's like really efficient. So I don't feel bad about throwing clothes in the dryer, even if it's sunny outside. It like costs as much to run as our fridge. Like it's kind of it's kind of like a low-key. In some areas near me, some people still hang clothes outside to dry. Nice. I feel like it's healthy, right? I'm just resentful of how much time it takes, like picking all the clothes up and then taking them down, and if it starts randomly raining, you have to like rush outside. Clothes drying outside smells so good. Yeah, it has that like sunshine smell to it somehow. As a person who has been to conventions, touching grass is directly correlated with how clean something is. Fun fact, I'm like low-key growing grass inside. I want like a pet pot of it's technically not grass. The plant is called Irish mold, but not mold, oh my god. It's called Irish moss, but it's not technically a moss either. It's like this cute little like ground cover that you can use as a replacement for lawns. So I'm like growing some, and I want to put it in some parts around my house, but I also just kind of want to keep a pot like next to me that I can pat. Like, I just Irish mold, shut up! We're notoriously rainy here, so hanging clothes outside might be counterproductive. You say that, Gino, but I'm like familiar with your area, not to sound creepy or anything, but I have been to your region, and that is exactly like Wellington. Like, I felt like I was home when I went there. The weather was so close to Wellington weather. Wellington is in like the general region of New Zealand, by the way. Stalked by Syl, I finally made it. Yeah, that's everybody's goal in life, is to be stalked by me. I will come in and take photos of your toilet. Yeah, it's humid, so it takes forever and rains randomly, and there are bugs. Yeah, it's actually kind of like that here too. How bad are the bugs? Because we get a couple of little bugs that sometimes come in on the laundry, but they're just like little guys and not too gross. And Irish moss is pretty. It is. Irish mold, probably not so much. But yeah, it's cute. You're still here, right? Are you? Don't. This sounds weird, but are you fuzzy on your tummy? This is fur, right? Like under your shirt. Well, I should be like drawing fur here. Our bugs are actually pretty good. We get mosquitoes near lakes or some slower streams, but for the most part, not much in the way of biting, stinging, or scary bugs. Nice. We don't have roaches, but we do have loads of ants. Ah, roaches are so gross. Yes, you're fuzzy. Okay, thank you. Maybe I will work on getting a clothesline because Sylfrin is saying get good. It's effort. If you have access to a dryer, just use the dryer. But it is possible. Maybe you can just like wait until like a really nice sunny day and then you can like give yourself a little treat with like sunshine smelling outside clothes. Just if there's one thing that I do actually like putting outside instead of in the dryer is bed sheets, because like they dry so quickly and then you get like that nice smell and stuff on your bed. My dryer is so ancient, so maybe the sun will work better. Oh my god, yeah, we had a really bad dryer before we, upgraded, and you always had to restart it like a minimum of once. You have to like do it, you have to cycle it like 2 or 3 times. Like you put the clothes in, you tell it to dry it, and then you come back and it's like, hey man, I dried your clothes, and then you go in there and you touch it and you're like, no you didn't. So you have to like give it a little fluff and then like push the button again, and then you go away, and a couple of hours later you come back and the dryer is like, okay, I did it this time, and you like take a check because you have trust issues now. You put your hand in and there's still like these damp patches, and then you're like, bruh, stop lying to me. Okay, I can end you. And then you like do it a 3rd time and it's finally dry and you've wasted your whole day just checking in on the dryer. Also, the witch's cauldron. Oh yes, you know how if you don't clean the toilet regularly, you start getting those little tan/gray mildew colonies starting like freckles? No, I definitely do not know about that experience. Imagine that never really stops. It's not fuzzy like mold, but it's dark. It looks like a residue that holds to the bowl, but it kind of just continues growing all around the inside, whereas I should have given a content warning before I started reading this. I'm so sorry. Whereas access to humidity, since it's a humid dependent, it does kind of suddenly end below the rim. Oh my god. It's kind of fascinating in its own way. So like the whole bowl had carpet. Like you know how sometimes you find like on house listings, am I the only person that recreationally looks at house listings? You know how you sometimes see like house listings and they have like carpet in the bathroom and you're like, dude, don't. This guy like installed carpet like in his toilet bowl is what I'm hearing. That's so gross. I actually yearn for sun-dried sheets. Yeah, right? It's nice. My dryer and your dryer are cousins. Dude, they might be like alter egos of each other. It was so awful. I hope you can get your hands on a better dryer sometime. Maybe it needs to have a little accident. I did not enjoy that dryer experience. If I use the clothesline... Hi, Brian! Yeah, 2 days in a row. I definitely can't stream tomorrow, but maybe the day after I could as well. Hey, welcome in, Brian. How's it going? If I used a clothesline, I would have to heavily inspect it before bringing them in. The bugs here are not nice. Oh no, are they like poisonous, bitey kind of bugs? That's always nasty. Post-dryer wet patches suck. They do. We're discussing household stuff, by the way, Brian. If you're wondering why we're suddenly talking about dryers, I can't remember how this even came up. Yeah, not fuzzy. I said, oh, sorry, Gino. my reading skills are not very good right now. So not carpet in the toilet bowl, more like a slip and slide. Does that make... I should not finish this sentence. Does that make the poop go down easier, do you think? Do you think they have less of an issue with clogged toilets if it's like, if the mold has like lubricated the pipes? Can we get someone to test that? I'm sorry, Raindrop. You finished your food, right? Oh no! Squidgy! Welcome in! Oh my gosh, welcome in, Raiders! We are talking about some very cursed content. Don't scroll up. Welcome in, everyone. How was your stream? You guys were playing the Plastic Duck Simulator. Did you guys get some good ducks? Welcome. Yeah, you caught us talking about moldy toilets. Don't worry about it. How's everyone doing? How was your stream? Welcome in, everyone. Hi, I'm Syl. I'm an Autistic Friday streamer from New Zealand. We play all sorts of random games here and do art from time to time, as you can see. I am working up on my backlog of art requests. These are requests that people have asked me to draw for them, like in 2024. I am very behind, so I'm trying to do some work on some viewer submitted requests. Welcome in. Good to meet you guys, and thank you so much for the follow, Logi or Logi. Yeah, 2024. I know. Just don't think about it. It's still 2025, right? So yeah, I'm concerned that some people are gonna come for my kneecaps. So I'm trying to finish these. I know this chat overlay. Oh yeah, it's made by Zaytree using Slime 2. Isn't it cute? I love this chat overlay. Your style is so cute. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, I have Phyllis in my queue from 2024 too. Oh my god, handshake. Yes, the art debt is so real. And yeah, you got some good ducks. Awesome. I'm so glad you had a good stream. And yeah, welcome in, guys. Please, people from my chat, please check out Squeegee as well. Refractor Flop, thank you so much for the follow. And yeah, welcome in, everyone. Yeah, Animal Crossing overlay. Yeah, we got like the... It wasn't supposed to be Animal Crossing themed. It just kind of happened. But they're cute, so they're gonna stay. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Squeegee, if you need to rest up after your stream and drop a lurk, go get some food or anything like that, please feel free to run off and look after yourself. That goes for everyone that came in, you as well. Make sure you're doing some self-care. And thank you so much again for the raid. Good to see you all. Oh yeah, sorry, we were talking about toilets. I can tell you from experience that toilet never clogged even with lots of TP. Oh really? That's actually quite fascinating. Lychee uses it. Oh, nice. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a really cute. Wait, who did this? Yeti! Shroommates, it's the same chat overlay we use, but mono. Oh yay! I love Daytree Slime 2. Slime 2 is so good. I recommend it to everyone that's looking for like a new, like a chat overlay. I love how it runs locally. It's so good. Welcome back, Bob. Yeah, I was just showing people how much work I had to do. New Zealand is so close to the dateline. That's why you seem late to these requests. Oh yes, I love it. Alive to thrive. That's perfect. That's the excuse I'm gonna use from now on. Corey Bite, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I was like carbon steel seasoning but with slime instead of carbon. We are currently, before you guys just came in, we were talking about how somebody's toilet was super moldy, and I asked if that prevented the toilet from being clogged. I wish I had an excuse for that topic happening in my chat. How? But I don't. That's just what happens here. I love the pop noises it makes. Yeah, isn't it cute? I had to like download that separately, I think. That's from the Animal Crossing game like UI as well. I downloaded the little sound effect. And now whenever somebody says something, it goes pop and I know to look at chat. Yeah, slime chat is amazing. I need to go grab dinner. Yeah, go have dinner. Thank you. Thank you for dropping your fellows up here. Enjoy your dinner. And I'm glad you had a good stream. Can you send me the lineup for the... Yeah, I actually have a note. Oh, before I color them. I have a note. Here it is. I have a reminder on my phone from the 2nd of March 2025 that says send line work to Bob. So yeah, it's here. I'll send them to you when I actually do the line art. You wanted just the Pats ones, right? So all 3 of them, or just just this one, this one. Like Syl needs more excuses. Look, I'm gonna take all the excuses I can get. Why does Syl streams always turn to literal toilet talk? It really does. This toilet talk is like even worse than usual. You said at the bottom of the earth? Yeah, true. Yeah, we're right at the bottom where all the poop just like sinks to. So toilets are very important here. I love it. Alive, you're giving me so many excuses for my behavior. Please stick around. Sure, all 3 of them? Alright. Don't let these exercises mold. Ah, I hate doing exercises. Because culture isn't just about people. Good one, Yeti. Looking into Slime 2 now because it's so cute. Yeah, this particular overlay with all the Animal Crossing characters, which is like super customizable, by the way. Zaytree did such a good job. This one is paid. This is one of the paid ones, but there's like quite a few other ones that are free. Slime 2 is just kind of like the system that it's like it uses. Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah, it's super cute. When I bought it, what was it, like $40 or something? I'm not sure if the price has changed, but it was so cute. I couldn't resist. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. My Twitch integrated throwing system gets really confused about where my model is when I swap to this one. It's almost like it doesn't look human. Oh, excuses. Don't let the excuses mold. Yes. That is one thing that I don't want to mold. I need my excuses nice and fresh and ready to go. So don't lie, nothing you ever say makes sense. Yeah, you're right. Put your own images in for the avatars. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, you can do it. See if you can look. If you can see Bob's one on the screen right now, he's a pickle. And there's another person in here that has like missing no, like the Pokemon, the glitched Pokemon as like their little like icon. So I've like individually put in some customized ones as well. It's a really cool chat overlay. It's well worth the price. Like I said, it's not free, but it's like so good. Yeah, pickle. I actually originally put this pickle in for someone else as a joke because he really hates pickles. But then Bob saw it and was like, "Wait, can I actually have that?" if I'm remembering right. Anyway, my mods have like custom ones as well. Syl likes to see my pickle. Why? That's odd, Bob. Get it together. Why is it green anyway? Yeah, you originally tortured Josh with it. Yeah, it was originally for Josh. And he hated it so much. It was great. I feel like he was almost visibly upset. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong because of the autism, but he was not a fan of the pickle chat overlay. Are we comparing pickles? You guys, this is a family-friendly stream. I know Bob's here, but you know. That's the best we can do. We do what we can with the hand that we're dealt. Well, how do I draw this hand? Speaking of, I don't want to draw all of the fingers, but like if I don't do something, it makes it look like I don't know how to draw hands. I don't know how to draw hands, but like it doesn't have to look that way. You know what I mean? Did the pickle sour his mood? Yes. I just realized I've been here for nearly an hour over what I was expecting. Oh no, do you have stuff you need to do? Is it just the book? It's just your book addiction, right? Go read. We're all pro reading here. Just not when I have to read chat properly, apparently. Okay, am I missing a shoulder or something? I feel like there should be like a shoulder here. This anatomy makes like no sense. But just don't look too closely and it'll be fine. Just put mittens on Yeti. That wasn't even Yeti's hand. This is Galaxy's hand. I'm missing like the sleeves. Oh, and there's meant to be like an arm over here. This goes here. I can't believe I'm inking sketches that I made in like 2024. Like I cannot tell what anything is. I haven't even finished Yeti's head. Why does it look like he has bangs? He does not have bangs. He has like a widow's peak thing here, right? I'm doing this without looking at the reference. I feel like I'm pretty familiar with Yeti's model these days though. Yeah, it's more of like a close enough. This is close enough, right? Might hang up for 15 more minutes so I can put you in timeout and instead oh no! Not the timeout! Is she sitting on his bicep or yeah, whatever you think they're doing is what they're doing. You know, art's like really subjective, right? So just go with it. I've also decided to do this without my line stabilizer on, which is like a very brave choice. But brave in like the kind of catty, like Mean Girls way. Bob, you can't just ask Yeti what their partner is up to. Yotigo, was nice to meet you. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you for being here and for the follow. I hope you have a wonderful time zone, whatever time it is for you. Thanks for being here. Good to meet you. Hey Syl, what's Alex up to? I don't know. I don't keep tabs on my husband. Actually, there's a message from him. I should maybe read that. What's he saying? He's eating noodles and dumplings. And rubbing my face in it. Thanks, man. Thanks for that. Thanks, Alex. I'll just leave you on red. Yeah, that's your answer, Bob. What was I doing? Oh, the eyes. I should maybe do this on another layer. But, kind of yellowing this a little. Because I just really want these doodles done. So likes having her face rubbed in nudes. They've got to be the right kind of nudes. Speaking of which, I really want to make udon noodles with Lily. Lily's my 5-year-old. Because part of making udon noodles, you have to knead the dough, right? But udon noodle dough is like really, really hard. Like it's really quite solid and dry. So the traditional way of kneading them is to put it on the floor and stand on it. So I thought Lily might get a kick out of that, right? Like it's, you know, kind of a fun thing to do. Yeah, it is. Bob, Syl's upside down. You gotta ask her what she's down to. Oh, you're so right, Eddie. Yeah, yeah. Try it sometime, Bob. You get to stand on your food, and you have delicious fresh udon noodles. It's not that hard to make, but it does take a lot of time. Get a kick out of it because you use your feet. Exactly. I think you might break your foot if you try to like actually kick it though, because the dough is like so hard. Do you want to know how I learned about this, by the way? The whole foot noodles thing? It is from the live action spin-off miniseries of Way of the House Husband, which is set in the Yakuza universe, right? Am I remembering that right? So they made an anime called Way of the House Husband, where like, you know, like a Yakuza like gangster is becoming a house husband. And that was an anime. And then they made a live action like spin-off where there's just like really cute, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minute long episodes of like this Japanese guy kind of doing like traditional like, you know, housewife stuff around the house. And in one of the episodes he makes udon noodles, and I like did the Leonardo da Vinci thing where he's like pointing at the screen like drinking something. And I was like, oh my god, wait, I want to do that. It went pretty well, honestly. They were pretty tasty. Oh, alright, let me catch up on chat. Are we getting Syl family foot noodles before GTA 6? Yes, probably. Something, I guess this is nudes for foot fetishists, right? Like, you know, I feel like you've got like a very potential, like, you know, demographic there. Between Udo and Shiatsu, was there an era where Japan tried to solve all their problems with steppies? What's Shiatsu? I'm not familiar with that. I'm loving the puntastic atmosphere here, right? Isn't it great? I love puns. The more they make people groan, the better. That anime is on my list. Oh, I loved it. It was a fun anime. I really enjoyed that. The characters were so fun. Shiatsu is a massage. Oh, it's the thing where you walk on people. Yeah, Japan. Yeah, that was a very kind way of putting it, Japan. Gino, where Japan tried to solve all their problems with stippies. Where's the end of this tail? How big is this tail? I think it maybe ends... it looks pretty long on the ref sheet. Hang on. Japan not beating the foot allegations, they're really not. Really want high quality spicy ramen now. Do it. Treat yourself. Okay, it looks like I should probably leave the tail. I kind of want like a little bit sticking out here. Let's just do that, even though it might not be accurate. And then I feel like we need a little bit more here. And I haven't drawn this flag yet. But binding is Chinese, not Japanese, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Gino confirms. And Gino is like the trivia master, so... The good ramen place I went to closed down a couple of years ago. Oh no. Oops, oh my god. That was not the slider I wanted. That's really tragic. There's like 4 ramen places walking distance to us. Lucky. Yeah, go get some ramen. Live your ramen life for the rest of us. I live in a very, like, the demographic in my town is like old white people. So we do not have like great international cuisine here. It took us forever to find like an Indian restaurant that we didn't hate. That test where, like, you know, when you go to like an international restaurant or like ethnic food place or whatever, you can like look in the window and you can kind of judge how good a place is by how many old white people are eating there. Like there's an inverse relationship. You just like look inside and see like who's sitting down at the tables. And if it's like an assortment of people, then it's probably good. But like if it's full of old white people, it's probably like really bland and weirdly sweet for some reason. That does not work here because everyone that lives here is old and white. So like my test for finding a good restaurant just doesn't, like, I don't have one anymore. Oops. The more people matching the restaurant's country, the better it is. Yeah. My body is ramen. Wait, what? I took a picture of an old alleyway restaurant in Japan that painted on the side, my body is ramen. Oh, that's so funny. I never heard of that taste, but it sounds like a thing to consider. Yeah, it's usually pretty solid. I find that there's also usually an inverse relationship of like the customer service. Like if the customer service is too good, the food is probably mid at best. If the customer service is so bad that you feel like they're going to leave you a bad Yelp review and may have spat in your food, like the food is gonna be absolute fire. Yeah, bonus of the restaurant owners barely speak English, yes. I end up just asking him to make it super spicy. Indian restaurants try to serve me that weak stuff. Yeah, that's such a thing. Alex has I don't think he's actually done this, but he also likes super spicy like Indian food, and he was like convinced, and he probably was right. He was convinced that they were giving him less spicy food because like he sounded white on the phone when he ordered it. So he was like, maybe I should stop putting on an Indian accent like when I order the food. I thankfully did not have to hear that if he did do it, but like it was an issue, you know? They put all their stat points into cooking. Exactly, yeah, they're like min-maxing. Which is like, honestly, that's how I prefer it. The best Indian restaurant in New Zealand that I know of is like just that tiny little hole in the wall. They've got like nowhere to sit or anything, and you can see the guy making naan in like a traditional tandoori like in the window, and like you can see him like sweating because like he's like kneading the dough and like putting it inside this like massive hot pot, right? You can see him like sweating into the food. Like we have sat there and seen the drops of sweat from his forehead like fall into the naan, but that's what makes it taste so good. like it's quite gross, but you can't argue with the results, okay? There's an Indian restaurant by us that I went to and everything was bland. Like, how do you make bland Indian food? I have had bland Indian food. It's quite offensive. Once we got butter chicken. Was it butter chicken? I think it was butter chicken. Once we got butter chicken from a place called Mr. Butter Chicken, by the way. It was in the name. And the butter chicken was neon orange and tasted like Tang or something. Like... It was so sweet, and that was like the only flavor that it had. We try not to waste food, but we threw that one out. It was awful. My stomach is weak, unfortunately. Yeah, that sucks, Jesse. I feel you there. My stomach is very weak compared to Alex. Spice level Indian accent. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the sweat is just salt. You're right, Bob. But like, you know? That's so funny. I went to an Indian restaurant with all my Indian coworkers and like one old white dude. I was laughing and chowing on like 5 plates, and the old white dude looked like he got hit with a bucket of water. Oh no, he couldn't handle all the spicy food. Yeah, Tang. Yeah, ew, right? I've never actually tasted Tang, but I watched I watched a Max Miller episode on it, so I think I know what it tastes like. Butter chicken. Ingredients: butter and chicken. I am not convinced that they had butter in that butter chicken, to be honest. As a butter enjoyer, I don't think there was butter in it. I wouldn't go back. Yeah, we didn't go back. I've consumed Tang. It's a flavor. It's like an artificial like drink, right? Like we have similar products in New Zealand. What am I doing here? I haven't done the shoes. Yeah, we have similar products in New Zealand, but I don't think I've ever actually tasted like, you know, brand name Tang. Just the Tang we have at a home Tang. I love Tang, but would not be good as butter chicken. Yeah. It was neon orange, man. We put it in the trash and like we used the trash can as a nightlight for the next week because it was so bright. If you've ever chewed on up an emergency, that's basically what Tang likes. Like we don't have those here either. That's like the vitamin like the tablet thing that you drop into the drink, right? And it gets all bubbly, and it's basically like healthy juice that you can drink. Like it's like vitamins and stuff in it. Is that the stuff? Are you sure you didn't order the mango chicken instead? I am sure, because the restaurant was called Mr. Butter Chicken. They've probably closed down by now. But even if they haven't, I think they deserve to be named and shamed. The place was called Mr. Butter Chicken. So I ordered the butter chicken. Listen, the best Indian food is cooked on a hammered steel trash can lid over the barrel of charcoal. Yes, the charcoal is important. That sounds great. It's the vitamin C pills. Oh, they're pills. But yeah, orange Alka-Seltzer isn't super far off either. I see. I quite like vitamin C like pills. Like I think they have a really nice flavor to them. They're just tasty. Am I done with the... Oh, I was gonna do the shoe. There we go. I was like so convinced that this was gonna be a really quiet stream, and I was just gonna be like a loser, like like just doodling these things by myself, and probably not doing that much talking. But the conversation today has been great. Thank you, you guys. Yeah, it's tart. Yeah, I like the tartiness. Yeah, it's citric acid and sugar. No, don't everyone shut up. Shivers chalky orange flavor. It's great. I like the chalky texture. Loser, bestie, be nice to yourself. But I don't want to be nice to her. She keeps taking all my stuff. This hand, like this situation, it's like really thick for some reason. It's kind of bothering me. I want to like thin this out a little bit. So I'll be mean to you on your behalf. Oh, thanks, Bob. I do like the chalky texture. Wasn't that quotable? What do you mean thick? What do you mean thick? You can't just drop random words into chat, Bob. Oh wait, you're talking about the line art. I forgot I was drawing for a second. Yeah, we made Yeti a little too thick. Oh yeah, the time I shared my floor plan with you guys. I still have that picture somewhere. Thank you for the follow, Lower Fox. Welcome in. Please feel free to continue lurking if that's what you were doing. Capitalism, tangerine, wholesome. I mean, I am thick. Should I just do like thick line art on everything? No, that'll take too long. Okay, I need to stop touching this. I'll stop touching this after the break, I guess. Then we'll start coloring it a bit. Thank you for the take a break redeem, Yeti. See, we just got done talking about how I wasn't gonna do any self-care, so you're not allowed to do this to me. Anyway, in 10 seconds, we're gonna take another 6-minute break. Take this chance to hydrate, grab a snack, rest your eyes from the screen, check your Discord messages, especially that DM from Bob that just popped up for me. See you guys soon! Hi guys, welcome back. Enjoy your breakfast mushroom and enjoy your lurk red. Also hi other red. Hope you're all doing well. Ew, it's Syl. Ew, it's Bob. Alright. We were coloring this, right? Should I color this or just start lining the next thing? I think I'll line the next thing so I'm not like context switching. It's still context switching, right? Excuse you, I was already here. That's not my fault. Oh yeah, Yeti just reminded me. Don't forget about my sunglasses. Bye. Tuesday! Congratulations on visiting 50 times! You get to torture me. Welcome in, Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for that, Bob. Let me just respond back to Yeti. Oh yeah, TY. How's it going, Tuesday? But yeah, 50 swipes, you get to request a game for me to eventually play when I'm back on a regular schedule. Or some sort of addition to stream, like a command or a redeem or something goofy like that. Games are usually faster. Can we make you play Small Talk? If there is a game called Small Talk, I would be interested. I'm missing Burnsley. I'm sorry. Burnsley's bowl is currently empty. Hang on. Can I show you on stream? It will just be in the little frame. Where did I put it? Yeah, I think that's his bowl. It is completely devoid of water. I did not empty it. However much water that is, it was like 5 liters of water evaporated while I was on my hiatus. That all just emptied itself into my office. And I have not like cleaned and refilled it yet, so yeah, Birdsy's currently turned off for the moment. Looks like Baba is you. Yeah, do I owe what is the current situation with my library card milestones anyway? What do I owe people? Oh yeah, I need to add like a feature to my stream for Yeti. Oh, and Brian wanted the timeout Brian redeem. Have I not added that yet? That's a really fun one. Oh, Isaac wanted Bug Fables, but I think we did that one. Yeah, we already did that one. And I owe Yeti a Citizen Sleeper stream. And that seems to be it in terms of backlogs, actually. I do want to play more Baba Is You. I feel like my brain just isn't quite ready for it yet. Maybe next week. You'll make this game? Oh no, I should have said that to Bob. Bob actually makes games. He's gonna make a Small Talk game and then make me play it. Birdsley is fine. Hush. I'm not gonna toss him in. I'm not gonna toss him into an empty fishbowl. That's cruel. Hi Isaac! Welcome in. I can exist in a Syl stream today, unlike yesterday. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Ow. Everyone hydrate! Toss him in. I'd feel so bad. But, okay. I guess... Alright. I'll toss him in. That'll be kind of funny, actually. Let me turn this off. I wonder if I need to adjust the camera. Hang on. That's cool. Oh, there's stuff in the way. Hang on. It's like in the corner of my office. And oh hey, I didn't finish my coffee. Okay, where is Brinsley? Brinsley's right here. You guys ready? He's gonna get a concussion. This is all your fault, Bob. Could you hear that? Let me move the camera, see if You guys can actually see him sitting at the bottom. Is that on camera? Yeah, that's on camera. Perfect. Don't clip that! What do you mean clip? Don't clip that! Okay, I'm back. I'm doing well. Oh, I'm so glad to hear. Hope you are too. I'm doing pretty well right now because I am alone in the house. I have missed alone time. No! Oh wait, no, that was actually... No, I like that quote. Thank you, Gino. What a stream today. Yeah. This has been a stream. Just flinging around Burnsley's corpse. It's not his corpse, he's just sleeping very heavily. What is that clip? No! Honestly, kind of surprised if that quote wasn't in there sooner. Yeah, I don't think I have a quote for just blaming everything on Bob yet. I might have to like pin that one. Okay, now I'm doing the Burnsley cake one. It's thanks for the quote. Alright, let me make a new layer for this. Run this down a bit so I can see what I'm doing. What is Baba Is You Extreme Tuesday? Is that actually a thing? I'm scared. Why would you do this to me? I can't even read the clues right on a daily puzzle right now. It's available on Hempely's website. God damn it. Now I have to do an entire stream of Baba Is You Extreme. Oh, I'm scared to look at it. Yeah, that quote is from me, basically telling people, like, watch out for spoiler warnings. You can stop early if you start crying. I'm not entirely heartless. Okay, good to know. Emily has so many side puzzle games that's just procrastinating making more Baba Is You. Does he really? That's so funny. I follow him on, what is it, Itch? So every now and then I'll get an email about an update for like some totally random game. And I'm just like, what is this? I can't keep up with them anymore. Oops. I should really have my stroke stabilizer on for this, but at this point it's kind of become a matter of pride for some reason. Yep, those are the games. Yeah, there was was it him that made the cabin crawler one? Maybe it wasn't. There's like a kind of intense Minesweeper one that I enjoy. Kind of wishing I did just like a cleaner just like a cleaner sketch. Like the sketch was already pretty clean. If I had just gone like a little bit further, I wouldn't have to do this. This is a very wonky fishbowl, but it's actually, that's not inaccurate. This fishbowl is actually like a spherical vase or something that I got from, our equivalent of Walmart. And it was like, I don't know, $5 or something. Okay, The water should not be that crooked because that's just like surface tension or whatever. Oh god. Oh no, do I need to turn my pin stabilizer on? How's this? Yeah, it's close enough. I'm going to do this like front line bit, like not in black, so I'll just leave that. Tiny Block Pushers 2 series, it's called. Oh, that's cute. Very cursed soccer band. Oh no, sounds like something I'd suck at. I kind of want to, I kind of want to add Burnsley to, like, more stuff on my stream. Like, it'd be pretty fun if I had, like, Burnsley earrings or, like, I don't know, like a t-shirt or something goofy. But, that, like, why? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, because I'm meant to be in a library or whatever, like I have like a library vibe, so why is there a clownfish? Like, it's just so completely random that I even have Burnsley and he became a thing. But I am very tempted to like add him into the design. This is what happens when you don't have lore for your VTuber. You can play Baba Files Taxes. I have played that, actually. We played it on stream. We had, what was it? The game was called... Was it Death and Taxes? I was playing some kind of tax-based game. And we had Baba Files Taxes as a redeem. And I did not put the cooldown, like, long enough. And I, like, hurt my wrist from how many times chat made me play Baba Files Taxes during that stream. I've always appreciated how Burnsley is Fine is formatted like a ransom note. Yeah, I thought it was funny. That was really shooting myself in the foot though. That's a new one? Yeah, I have regrets. I was like doing it all with the mouse as well. Like you have to like sign stuff, right? If I'm remembering correctly, this was like 2 years ago. You have to like, oh, this fin is in the wrong spot. I'm looking at reference of my own robotic fish. Fin's like further back over here. Yeah, you have to like sign stuff, right? In Baba Files Taxes. And I had to like do it with my mouse. Because for whatever reason, my tablet just didn't want to play nice. And I did that like a million times on the stream. Okay, I think this is supposed to be like a spork, maybe? I don't know. Like one of those, maybe one of those, like cake forks. You know how you have like a teeny weeny fork that like kind of has like a couple of tines, and then it has like a big, that just looks like I drew a fork really badly, but like this one is like a bigger, flatter kind of thing that's like a knife, but it's a fork. What are those called? Anyway, that's what I was envisioning for what's in the cake. Currency is fine. If you want him to continue to be fine, deposit $1 million in unmarked bills in Bob's P.O. box. Whenever anyone says unmarked bills, like, I know what that means, but whenever clunk, help. But whenever someone talks about unmarked bills, I always imagine just like rectangular sheets of cotton. Like there's no ink on it because it's an unmarked bill. Like it's just it's like not actually legal tender. Yeah, someone recently told me about those. Yeah, I've seen them around. I see them mostly in like cafes. Sounds like the opposite of cold hard cash. Yes, it is warm blanket, not cash. So just paper. Yeah, but yeah, you know, that like really specific kind of paper that you need for money. I watched too much procedurals, but like you know, you need like the special cotton blend, and then there's like special like anti-counterfeiting like threads like in the paper cash, right? Like it's not like it's not just printer paper, like it's cotton and like and some other stuff. Anyway, counterfeiting money always sounds like so much effort when like if you're doing like proper you know, like if you're doing it for your day job, like if it's gonna be your salary or whatever and you need to depend on it, like you want to retire on counterfeiting bills, that always looked so hard, and like it is supposed to be hard, but if you just like make kind of poopy counterfeits and just use them to like pay groceries or something, like who's gonna know, right? They don't have to like pass all the tests if you're just handing it to a granny at the corner store, you know? Like like if you just want like a Dr. Pepper or something, like right? You can I feel like if I were to go into crime, I would just maybe do that. Just like really half-assed counterfeiting. Yeah, who cares about granny? Yeah, well, my hope is that the granny would then use that money on something else, and it would just like circulate, you know, like money does, so she wouldn't actually be out of pocket. Hi, Kami. we're talking crime. So, you know, it's only if that granny like put it under her mattress or something, and now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like that might actually be very likely. Then like she gets, you know, kind of dicked. What would somebody think of the counterfeiters exactly? Yeah, granny crime. How's it going, Kami? Good morning. Hopefully, unless they lead it all back to her. Well, I wouldn't be spending all of my counterfeit money on like this one granny. I'd go to a rest home and hit all of them. No, but like, you know, like if you like spread it out, you know, in and it just like goes into circulation like normal money. Like if you get away with it for long enough, then they might not be able to trace it back to you, right? I don't know about you, but I don't deposit my money into banks. That sounds really bad. That sounds really bad when I say it like that. But whenever I have cash, it's like I need it for something else. I'm not just gonna put it in my bank account. Like or like it's just small amounts that people have like given me. Like if they're paying me back for like petrol or like their half of something. Usually even that's a bank transfer and I don't actually see the cash. But if I do have cash on me, it came from something random like Facebook sales or something. And then it'll get spent on something random like Facebook sales. It doesn't actually go into my bank account. So there's like no one that's actually qualified to check if the bill is counterfeit or not. before it just gets circulated around our little community. Oh, you know what would be fun? I'm being very autistic here. What would be fun would be like keeping track of the serial numbers of like the money I'm given by like, you know, like random whatever. Is this like the cake kind of melting because like it's in water? It just looks kind of dumb, but that's the goal. Yeah, it could be fun to keep track of the serial numbers and then like see if your bill comes back to you. That could be fun. That sounds like a fun Excel sheet to set up. I like Excel sheets. Gotta be careful, you never know which ones are police detectives before they retired. This is true. That's a good point. We have quite a lot of police living in my area, actually. I say quite a lot. It's actually... Oh, I only know of 2 people, actually. My next door neighbor is a policeman. And like there's a cop that lives like from the K9 unit that that's like on the walk to the daycare from my house. So like I see his cop car in the driveway every time I walk past that street. So it kind of feels like there's a lot of cops living here, but I'm just seeing the same one like 20 times. Yeah, I don't deposit my money into banks. Exactly, Tuesday. Yeah, Bob never deposits cash. Yeah. That's true, honestly. Easier to cash crimes these days. Yeah, we just spend like cash on little stuff like you know, like random Facebook purchases and like ride sharing, not ride sharing, carpooling is the word I'm trying to think of. Like carpooling, like petrol costs, stuff like that. We wrote on dollar bills when we were kids to try to get it back. Oh, that's cute. Is that why everyone is that why I see random stuff written on notes sometimes? Is that you? Sometimes I see stuff scribbled on like on the bills whenever I see physical cash. And which is impressive because we have plastic money. Like it's not cotton or paper, it's plastic. So you have to like actually try to like scribble anything on the notes. It's like very easy to wash off. But sometimes I just see like notes and memos and stuff written down on them. Gotta use a Sharpie or something, yeah, for real. They would never suspect someone who lives with so many cops around. True! Yeah, I am beyond reproach because I am next door neighbors with a cop that I have never met. Alright, so these are close enough, right? It looks like I've done this with like a pencil brush. But I think this is clean enough for me to use this line art. So I'll leave that here. Unfortunately, this is this is on the wrong layer. Hang on. This is supposed to be a bit smaller and over there. I think I'm going to regret that. Where is it? Marathon. Yeah, it's here. Let me duplicate this so I don't mess it up when I resize it. How bad does it look when I resize it? Is it gonna just like look tiny? Wait. Yeah, okay, aspect ratio is locked. Good. Like the lines look so much thinner. But I think I can live with it. I love that you were talking about paper money when you have plastic money. I know! I can tell you, like, roughly the composition of, like, US money, like the paper money with the cotton and, like, the anti-counterfeit, like, threads and stuff running through it. But, I don't actually know how they make our money. It's just plastic. They've got some hologram bits in it. I don't know what they do for like counterfeit prevention. Like, is it just that it's plastic? Like, is it just harder to counterfeit because it's plastic? I don't know. We call it coins and paper, but I know it's a plastic. It's because of all the American media. I don't... I'm trying to think if I actually know anyone that calls it paper money in real life. Like, everyone just says, like, coins and notes in my circles. But yeah, I bet some of the older people would still call it paper. My grandparents probably still do that. My grandparents also still try to pay things with a check. Okay, that's the marathon one done. And I need to do this little burb fight here. I'm kind of worried about doing this one. Like, I have to draw like a UI thing on the screen. Sorry, Granny, it's 2026. Don't use chicks anymore. Yeah, I remember seeing the news about how they're like phasing out chicks and how like supermarkets and stuff weren't accepting chicks anymore when they started doing that. And I was like, oh no, my granny! What's my grandma gonna do now? She has F+ cards. She's had them for years. I don't know why she was paying for her groceries with checks. It always seemed like a really annoying thing to do at the checkout. Thanks for the quote. Right, let's start with a spherical burb. Every time I search for the bird action in my streamer bot, because you know I have that redeem that puts the bird on my shoulder, this bird on my shoulder. Every time I search for it, I always search for bird, and then I have to backspace and look for burb because that's what I called it in streamer bot. It's gonna have to use plastic. Yeah. Do you guys get Visa gift cards? Like, do you know what I'm talking about? They're like gift cards, but like Visa cards, so you can, in theory, spend them like anywhere. Instead, yeah, you guys get them. Okay, thank God, because I was doing a very bad job of explaining that. Yeah, so it's quite common for people to give those out, right? Yeah, they're common here. Yeah, they're common here as well. And one of the Christmas presents I got, okay, so my mom got Lily something. Pack and Save have their own gift cards. They do, don't they? I forgot about that. You can only use them in the country you bought them, though. That's so annoying. Yeah, I feel like at least last time I tried, I couldn't use the Visa card things like online, so that was lies. They like tell you can spend it like a credit card and you can make purchases online, but like it didn't work for me last time I tried. Anyway, so my mom got Lily, you know, pretty... Actually, it wasn't really a normal 5-year-old gift. She got her like stuff to make UV resin like necklaces with, but only like half of it. Anyway, so my mom gave actual presents to Lily, but all she gave us was an envelope, and in the envelope was a card. I don't actually, wait, it might not even have been a card. It may have just been like a handwritten note, and she was like, you know, Syl and Alex, Happy New Year. I get way too many of these Visa Prezi cards, so here you go. she just re-gifted a Visa like gift card. Like, I don't know what to do with this, so here, Merry Christmas. And we were like, okay, cool. And as I was putting it into my wallet, I found another gift card that I had forgotten about. So now both cards are just like, you know, snugly in my wallet next to each other until next Christmas, I guess. Yeah, the honesty was nice, I guess. Wait, it was pretty funny. It was just like, I cannot be bothered with this nonsense. Here you go. Yeah, our Christmases are super casual. It's quite nice. Check the expiry dates. Yeah, I know at least one of mine is gonna expire soon. Hey, Rhinus! The worst implementation of a bank. Visa gift cards. They make so much money with forgotten cards or small amounts left over. Yeah, they do. They really do. Especially since they make it so hard to like check the balance on your card. I've used a separate app. Like there's like a finance app to help you like, you know, manage your finances and like what's in like your like savings account and things like that. But like now all it gets used for is is me tracking what's in the gift cards. So that I don't like forget about them. And then I just forget the app exists actually, so yeah, I just got one of the refund of my internet service since I moved and put it immediately all in Steam Cash. Oh nice. Steam Cash is actually a pretty useful one. If it works, yeah. They count in the shame you feel as you hold up to the line seeing if you have enough. Yeah, it's you have to like when you have like awkwardly like $1 or like $1.26 or something awkward like left on the card, and but you're like not willing to let it go because if you let it go, they win. And you're like, okay, so oh, and if you're also like me, before I had kids and I could just use like, you know, cash for like Lily's pocket money or whatever, you're like me. You're going like up to the checkout. You're like, cool, I've got like $1.25 on this old Visa gift card that's about to expire. I also have this random amount of change, and I just like empty the change into my hand. I'm like, here, take this, and then put the rest on my card. Hi, Io, welcome in. Oh, I missed the Io art stream. How was the art stream? What were you guys drawing? Was it more cursed content? Was it blessed content? Honestly, even Io's cursed content is blessed, so it's all just blessed content. How was it? How was your stream? Welcome in, Io. Welcome in, MHD. Welcome in, Noft. Welcome in, Noe. How are you all doing? Happy New Year. Io, are you still up from last night? Do you need to go to bed? Good morning? Question mark. There'll be $3.50. I'm gonna need you to spread that across 3 gift cards. Yeah, pretty much. It was very productive. Oh, awesome. I'm glad one of us is being productive. Good work, Io. Welcome in, guys. I forgot my intro. What's my intro again? Hi, I'm Syl. I'm an autistic party streamer from New Zealand. Yeah, that's it. We play all sorts of random games here and do art streams now and then. We also do co-working streams every so often as well. Today I am working on my backlog of doodle requests from 2024. I am going very slowly as well. It looks like I've done quite a bit, but all I did was like line this. I lined this and I lined this. And I just started lining this. And it has been almost 3 hours. That's all I've got it done. Did you get breakfast before stream? Yes, I did. Thank you, Io. I was like, 2024 was only last month, so wait. Yeah, no, man, it wasn't. Anyway, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Io. Please, make sure you're looking after yourself. Go drop that lurk if you need to run off. Make sure you're hydrated and all snacked up and resting. Don't forget about any laundry you might have in the machine. Don't forget to take your meds if you haven't taken those yet today. And what's the other thing? I feel like there's one more that people always need reminders about, but I can't remember, ironically. Water, yeah, make sure you're hydrated. Yeah, touch grass if you can, unless you're allergic. Cake, yes, and eat cake. Not forgetting the laundry in the machine. Yo, you have no idea how many times a streamer saying don't forget your laundry like randomly in the stream has saved my laundry. It is a legit public service. Anyway, yeah, don't forget about your laundry, everyone. And yeah, remember to rest up. Do whatever you need to do. I've forgotten laundries before. Yeah, right? It sucks when you forget them. Especially if you have a really bad dryer like Raindrop and I have. Because you have to like put it through the dryer like 3 times. Hi, Art. Thanks. Boo for no reason because I literally just got here. Welcome in, Art. How's your laundry situation today? But yeah, welcome in, guys. People from my stream, please check out IO if you haven't already. They do just awesome everything, basically. Super fun person. She's super cool. Does like blessed cursed art and blessed amazing art, and is just funny and plays cool games and stuff. And is an amazing singer as well. Like she has like, I don't like to throw around the word talent, but I feel like Io has an illegal amount of talent. Please go check her out. But maybe she go sleep, Io. My laundry is wet at the moment. Is it supposed to be wet? Is it just wet because it's sitting there waiting for you, or is it still like running through like the cycle? No answer. I need to turn down the size. I feel like this is too big. I keep pushing too hard and it comes out massive. You know, there is such a thing as too big. I will hunt you down and compliment spree on you. No, because you need to go to sleep. Have you eaten dinner? Make sure you have food. Okay, so this is meant to be my own OC, but I don't remember what his hair looks like. Thanks for that, Bob. Like, I kind of want to like tag Alex on that quote on my Discord page somehow, but I don't know what to tag him with. Like, like I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere, but my brain is like a little bit too done. 900 quotes? Did we really get to 900? Oh my god, how did that happen? Tag him with an eggplant. Sleep is for tomorrow. Oh my god, yeah, we have like such gremlins in chat right now. Kami, despite like our time zones, Kami always wakes up like after me, and Io always like goes to sleep like after I wake up. So there's a quote generator. Yeah. I say a lot of dumb stuff. Good return on investment on that quote system though. I don't even know what time zone I live in. Didn't you work out that you lived in like the Japanese Standard Time or something the other day? The other day being like over a year ago, because what is time? Yeah, this will do. Close enough. Wait, where's the where does the ear go? Does it like here? I'm between JST and NZST. So Australia. I live in a rotating time zone, I think, like 20-hour days. Oh my god, yes, Ord, same. Like, I mean, not actually, because my family's schedule keeps me in the 24-hour one. But if I'm left to my devices, I do find that I just kind of slip into like a 28-hour cycle instead of a 24-hour one. That is the reason I started looking into alternate sleep. What are they called? Like the everyman schedule and stuff, like the really intense, wacky sleep schedules. I started looking into that because I noticed my body kind of doing that kind of thing naturally. This hair looks weird, but I'm gonna stop looking at it. And then I won't see the problem anymore. Oh wait, no, his hair can't go there because it's too short. Okay. When I'm in Japan, I usually wake up at 9, 10 a.m. Yeah, like normal people hours. I think my hubby's natural cycle is like 26 hours. That's very specific. Is that why you had kids, to keep you on schedule? No, I had kids because... I'll get back to you. What was even the prompt for the doodle? It was, this is my drawing request page. Drake fighting bird Syl by Sleepy. Oh no, what's the quote? I don't know, Bob. Yeah, Sleepy wanted me to like draw these two fighting, and I thought it'd be funny to make it that they were like fighting in Tekken and the bird was winning, instead of doing like an actual fight scene. Normal people hours is when granny crime happens. You need to be careful. For real. Okay, I don't know why, but I think about like committing crime a lot. But I always think about how it would be so much easier to commit like robberies and stuff during the day instead of at night. Like, because at night you look really suspicious, right? But during the day, like, you're just going up to a house. I feel like people are also more likely to, like, you know, be not there but accidentally leave their door unlocked. Disappear in the crowds. Yeah, that too. Like, there's just, yeah, you can pass off the activity as a normal daytime activity if it's at daytime. But, like, you know, if you're out at night, it's, like, a little harder. Is that just me? The French jewelry robbery was during the day. Yeah, because they, like, disguised it with, like, the scaffolding and stuff, right? Most house robberies happen during the day. See, they know what's up. And, you know, you don't have to, like, mess up your sleeping schedule. And you still get time with the kids. It's just a bit of work-life balance as a daytime robber. Right, there was, like, some sort of distinction between robbery and burglary, right? Which one was which again? Was it robbery was, like, you actually, like, stick up the person? And burglar is just, like, you just climb in and get stuff? Robbery. Doesn't burglary involve breaking and entering? Okay, well then what is it called if you don't break and enter? You just walk in and take something. Yeah, I think the distinction is if you're taking it from a person. Yeah, that's, yeah, theft. Okay, wait, so what's the Venn diagram between robbery, burglary, and theft? Those look like words. Do I have to read it? Can somebody just show me a picture? Daylight robbery is used to be a saying about a price being too high, yeah, but for a long time it's been the normal method to rob houses in the day. Robbery is theft, but with force. Okay. So is theft like the broad term? for like relieving someone of their money. Burglary involves breaking and entering. Okay. So theft is taking something from someone. Okay, okay. So if I walked to like my neighbor's house and took like one of their like potted plants from their front yard, I'm not breaking and entering. And I'm also not taking something directly from a person's person. That's just vanilla theft. That's just like theft 1.0, no expansions. Relieving someone from their money, yeah. If you threaten your neighbor to give you a potted plant, that's robbery. Okay, okay. If you steal a plant from their house, it's burglary. What if... Okay, wait. Vanilla theft, not like that hardcore theft. Yeah, not like the Iron Man run of of like OG theft. Just vanilla theft. If you steal a plant from their house, it's burglary. Okay, what if I take their plant, look after it at my house for a week, and then put it back? There's no breaking and entering, and no taking stuff from their person, and they didn't actually end up with any less like monetary. It's just neurodivergence. Help. Thank you, Bob. Passive-aggressive remark on how they treat their plants. Yeah, except I'm worse at looking after my plants. Okay, you know what my yard looks like? My yard is full of weeds. There's no other way to put that. It's just choked with weeds. If my house had like more, like if it was cladded in more of like a classical style instead of being a modern looking house, you could use the front of my house as like a set for like a vampire story or something. I don't know, it's just like neglected. Okay. My neighbor that I'm thinking of stealing plants from, my neighbor has roses. Front and back. I think I would just like accidentally kill their plants if I looked after them for a week. I heard yacht instead of yard. Yeah. Wouldn't that just be renting their plant? But I didn't pay them to rent their plant. So would they be like missing an opportunity cost on getting rent money for their plant? So is that still theft? You know what my yacht looks like? It's full of weeds. No, my yard is full of weeds. My yacht is full of weed. I don't have a yacht. I also don't have weed. I've never even tried it. Yeah, we're yard buddies because I really don't care about my yard that much. Yeah, I wish it looked less gross out there, but not enough to keep it maintained. Maybe someone can steal the weeds. Yeah, maybe. Still admitting to planning crimes on street, but is it a crime? Has a crime occurred? You used your resources to care for it. Actually, after that revelation, you'd be assassinating their plant? Yeah, I would be. But assuming that the plant survives, let's assume that I steal like a cactus or something and it's okay with neglect for a week. Has a crime been committed? I'm going to call Syl stealing the neighbor plant and returning it later as vandalism. But like only if like the plant died or like looks worse than it did, or I attempted some art on the planter, right, on the pot. You better come on. I'm surprised that no one's brought up trespassing yet. I feel like the biggest like crime there is like trespassing on the property to get the pot. But what if I could reach it from the pavement? and I didn't actually have to walk onto their property to get the pot plant. Is that still a crime? And I just bring it back a week later. You're attempting some art on the pot. You just claimed you didn't have weed. Well, I don't now. It's only trespassing if you've been told to leave and you don't. And the US. Oh, really? So if my neighbors leave on holiday for like a month, and I decide to literally pitch a tent in their front yard and just like hang out there, that's not trespassing? Hey, now arting on the plant would make it a rental. Wait, would it? Syl, leave the stream now. Wait. No, that's neurodivergent stuff. Invite your neighbor to stream. We have questions that need to be answered. You know, my neighbor that I'm talking about, that's a couple with 3 really nice girls, 3 daughters. The daughters are friends with Lily. The wife, the mother, she teaches at Lily's school, and their dad is a policeman. Perfect, I know, right? Yeah, maybe I should be asking the dad all these questions. I have never met the dad though. And the other day in the car when Lily had been watching Zootopia and suddenly said to us that she wanted to be a cop when she grew up, and we both kind of winced, and I started telling her basically ACAB, and then I remembered that her friend's dad is actually a cop, and I wasn't quite sure how much to backtrack. I'm kind of hoping she just forgets about the conversation and doesn't bring it up with her friends. but she might. Are there rumors going around the school about someone who keeps stealing plants for a week? No, but there could be. A teacher and a cop sounds like an excellent educational stream idea. For real. Having said that, I'm a little bit worried about the mom oversharing, because Alex went over there with Lily one of the times, and this was like when I was like quite pregnant. I stayed at home, so it was like Alex and Lily over at their house while their mom was there, and while the kids were playing, the mom chatted for a bit to Alex, and just like completely unprompted, she started talking about her pregnancy and like how much she was dilated. like she got into some details with Alex while he was just sitting there. He wasn't even having a coffee, he just like sat down, and she was like, so anyway. So I'm not sure if she should be on stream. Got that, teachers need to yap hardcore, yeah. Oh hey neighbor, so when I was 7 centimeters dilated, so actually it was actually interesting, I was quite fascinated by this when Alex told me later, is that she was at like 38 weeks, and for thanks Kami. For the uninitiated, pregnancy lasts 40 weeks, at least the way that we count it. So she was at 38 weeks, she had a meeting with the midwife, and for some reason, like this was just a standard meeting, like you have them like every week or so at that stage in the pregnancy. For some reason, they checked like how dilated they were like checking her cervix for some reason, which is not normal, by the way. Like, I did not have my midwife randomly checking my cervix at 38 weeks, but for some reason she was up there digging around, and she was like, oh, you're already dilated like 4 centimeters. And this was like just completely like in the middle of the day. Like just a standard like appointment, at least it sounds like it should have been. And then it was still like another 2 weeks. before the due date, and she actually gave birth. She was like dilated before all the contractions or water breaking or anything like that. From what I remember, the cervix checks were pretty regular here at the doctor during pregnancy. No way. Yeah, it works a little different in New Zealand because we don't go, unless you've got something weird going on, you don't go to an OBGYN or to the hospital or see like a doctor. You get a midwife, and the midwife checks in with you, and that covers stuff like mental health and like nutrition, and as well as like listening to babies' heartbeats and like kind of stuff like that. But there's nothing like invasive like cervix checks. And I told my midwife about this. I thought it was like quite interesting. I was like asking her like, how the hell did that happen? And the midwife is sitting there at my dining room table, and she just kind of purses her lips, and she's like, that is technically sexual assault. Like if you just go up there and have a bit of a play without like a medical reason to do that check, that's actually classified as sexual assault. Like even if you're a midwife. And this is all fascinating to me as someone who, for obvious reasons, will never experience a pregnancy. Yeah, all the pregnancy stuff is quite interesting. I didn't know all these little details before, you know, we did it. The gynecologist is who we did all that about. Yeah, see, I didn't see a gynecologist, like, for either of my pregnancies, like, ever. Have a bit of a play, like, you know, I mean, you have to, like, to check, you know, like, I mean, right? What if the midwife didn't enjoy it, though? That, you can't prove that in court, so I think that's irrelevant in terms of whether it's like legally classified as sexual assault or not. like even if you hate doing it, if you did it, like that's still assault. Anyway, let me finish. I guess I'll finish the lineup for this, and then I'll go raid out and have some lunch. At the pace that I've been going today, the lineup is going to take like another 2 hours. Was a hell of a knock-knock joke, I guess. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know when that law came in about the whole sexual assault thing, how recent that is. I actually want this to be more like this. That's what shirts look like. Kind of. And it looks like a night shirt now. Wait. Let me make it more like this. That's better. Well, that was a conversation. Yeah. That happens in this corner of Twitch. Sorry. And now you guys like have way more information about my neighbor than anybody should really have. Do people want to be more uncomfortable? I can talk about IUDs. Go for it. Or I never know what I'm gonna get with Syl. Yeah. Yeah. I'm basically the gacha of streams, I guess. Honestly, though, like I on purpose try not to hold things back about like pregnancy related stuff, because I think a lot of that, like, there isn't that much education on that kind of thing, like publicly. Like, it's not like a lot of stuff that isn't common knowledge should kind of be common knowledge. Not specifically about my neighbor and her cervix issues, but like, you know, generally speaking. You have to check the placement of the IUD from time to time so that there are things. Oh, there are these strings that hang out from the cervix. No way! I didn't know that. I had no idea. And you have to have a play around, as Syl put it. Thanks for that quote, Bob. Oh no. I can't listen to Syl streams at work. Hey, we've been above board for most of it. Like, it's not, you know, it's not weird, not safe for work content until it is. But This I would classify under educational. We're merely talking about health and crime. Exactly. Or gets it. Ow. Who keeps throwing stuff at Brian? You're gonna give me a concussion, and then what kind of conversations are we gonna end up with in here, huh? We have like we have chats about like what counts as a crime, and like cervixes and sexual assault, and like the whole time this like really chill lo-fi is on in the background. Probably more normal ones. Yeah, you're right, actually. How about that hernia chick at the doctor's? Wait, tell me about the hernia chick. What do you mean? Well, I thought hernia was like the like a lump, like the distended like bowels or something. Dude, I thought that was a prostate chick that goes up your butt. Is a hernia chick also at the butt? Above board, counterfeit money, granny crime. What defines theft? Midwife crime. Totally safe for work. Listen. we were talking about how to avoid crime. Yeah, hernia chick doesn't go up the butt. No, prostate is up the butt, right? Oh, it's a oh. Is that what they're doing? I didn't know about that. Okay, so why do you... Stupid question. Why do you have to be checked for a hernia? Like, what? Is it not obvious if you have one? Is that something, like, you have to check on every now and then? See, I'm, like, very ignorant about men's health. Just in the same way that a lot of men are ignorant about women's health, I think. We just need more transparency about our bits. Because your intestines dropping into your ball sack. That happens? It can get down there? I had no idea. That's fascinating. Yeah, you might not notice your intestines literally dropping into your ball sack. That's wild. The human body is fascinating. Yeah, the best idea is that a doctor can catch it early. Wow. What's the worst case scenario in that? Like, if you don't catch it and your intestines just kind of hang out in your ball sack, does it get like twisted and you get like blockages and stuff? Or worse? It can get down there. Yeah, did you know I could get down there, Raindrop? Is this information new to you as well, or is it just me? Is this the first time? Am I the only person that's hearing, like, this gut ball sack situation? Kami didn't know that either. Okay, I feel better. Thank you, Kami. The worst case is your bowel gets stuck and dies. Oh. Yeah, that sounds so good. This is definitely new to me, actually. This is fascinating. Ow. It's me. Thank you for the hydrate. We're talking about ball sacks, but like in a not safe for work. Not in a not safe for... In a safe for work way. We're talking about health. Welcome in. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Everyone hydrate. Yeah, they can impinge and then part of your intestines will die. What happens in that situation? I assume you need surgery. Do they just like cut out the dead part and then reattach it? Or like, is it like everything from that point on is dead and you kind of like, you have to News to me, I'm one of those guys who doesn't go to the doctor until I'm crippled. Yeah, I also don't go to the doctor or a dentist until like I have notable issues. I think I finally finished my drawing redeem from 1,000 years ago. Finally decided, oh, nice, yeah, you... Wait, do you have another one? Yeah, tell me what you want, Kami. I know a lot of worst case scenarios about bodies because one of the biggest ways my anxiety manifests is worrying about every little ache and pain in my body. That sounds exhausting. I'm so sorry for you, Bob. Yeah, every now and then I get like a random new ache or something. Like my jaw. Right now I can't close my jaw properly. It's really annoying. And I'm just like, it's just because I'm old and I slept funny. I'm glad therapy is helping. You'll probably end up with a colonoscopy bag. Like forever. I'm not actually sure what a colonoscopy bag looks like. Is it like an iron lung but for your intestines? And you just kind of like strap the bag on? Poopy bag? Is it like a kind of like a diaper situation? Is it like a catheter but for poop? Like, do you empty the bag? Or is it... It hangs off a hole in your body and the poop goes into it. Right, so you just empty the poop. Yeah? You empty it, okay. That's... actually not... Like, I mean, I'm sure that would be annoying, but... At the same time, I'm assuming you no longer poop normally if that happens. Yeah, basically your intestines just end at the tube. Yeah, so your poop always comes from the bag, right? So you'd never be in like a stuck on the toilet without toilet paper situation. Is what I'm hearing. This is not what they mean when they say get that bag on. You know what's always sunny in Philadelphia meme with Charlie pointing to the board? Yeah, with all the photos. I think we need to see a version of that, but with you. oh, this is for your drawing request. Okay, let me copy that message and put it down here somewhere. I will add that to... Did you only have the one drawing request, Kami? Because I have one from you that's a PNG of you to use during Hollow Knight streams. Are we replacing this one? Or is there like a new one now? I probably have this... Oh, I can't add to it because I couldn't sign in. It wouldn't let me sign in. Let me put this somewhere else. I will put it here, I guess. Yeah, let's make sure I get back to that later. That's not what, wait, yeah, basically you don't need your butt anymore. No more poopy butt. Yeah. Still discovering that intestines can be stored in the balls, for real. I thought I had another redeem. You probably do. I'll double check what's in my queue. If not, I have points for a few more drawings, oh boy. I am terrified of when I enable those redeems again. I feel like everyone's like built up so many points again. I need to make more expensive redeems that have more, that are like more tempting to spend your points on. Yeah, pee is stored in the balls. Well, today I learned that poop can be stored in the balls. You should at least double the cost of drawing requests. Yeah, I'm spending a lot more time with the drawing requests than I initially meant to, so I will be increasing the price when they come back. Or maybe making them like a 50 visit only thing, like the game request. These are very... These are very crooked buttons, but you know what? I'm just gonna stop looking at it. Close enough. I usually have a ton of points from all the times I'm lurking but not chatting. Yeah, you're Kami is like a chronic Twitch lurker. It's kind of amazing. You can't get me to spend all my hoarded nearly 200k points. Oh my god. I've got like 172.9k. Not getting interest on, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately interest isn't the thing. Drawing feels like a reasonable 50 visit redeem, right? Game or command or drawing, yeah. You could even do game or art for the 50, yeah. I could do something so funny right now. Oh no, what are you going to do? I'm scared. I've been lurking more recently. For some reason, I just haven't felt like engaging very often recently. That's fair, Bob. I felt like that too. I feel like my engagement with Twitch... Somebody get a message? I feel like my engagement with Twitch has like fallen off a bit. Ow. I'm just like too tired, man. You should get into like gesture drawings for redeems. Oh, I have done gesture drawings before. They were kind of fun and really good practice. But the site I was using had a lot of like not safe for work reference photos. And the safe for work ones I didn't like as much. Infer what you will. Gesture drawings, yeah. It's like really quick drawings. I'm doing such a bad of explaining this. Somebody else explain gesture drawings. You spend only like 30 seconds, like a minute or two on a drawing. Usually you work off like real life, like either photos or like if you're sitting in a cafe or something, like whatever's happening in front of you. Porn does have more dynamic poses. It wasn't the poses. It was that the safe for work photos had more like loose clothing, and it was not as good for anatomy. Quick drawings, yeah. You're just doing like really quick loose drawings to kind of capture like the essence of like the photo or the reference or whatever. Post a photo with a redeem and Syl quickly draws it. That could work. I'll think about it. I feel like a quick sketch like that would be a good drawing redeem. Yeah, I used to, for a very brief period of time, I did them every morning. I did, what was it? It was like a set of maybe 20 photos with only like 60 seconds on each one. And like, it was really good. It was great practice because, it like kind of loosened up my drawings. Like my drawings were getting like really stiff, but getting the practice of like capturing that motion and like the flow of the pose in like 60 seconds made like a really good like base, like a less static base to put like later like a proper sketch on top of. It was pretty fun, but I couldn't stick with it because because it was like every morning. It was a chore, right? I was doing it in the morning. Like getting to the computer and having to like draw a bunch of stuff in the morning before I can move on with my day was like kind of annoying. And now I just don't have that much time in the mornings anymore. Yeah, and of course there's different kinds of gesture drawings. Yeah, that was the one that I did. You can also take like longer with them and stuff. Yeah, good practice, hard to get into that habit. Yeah, I kept up with it for like a week or two. And I like started off with like a longer time on each photo and slowly decreased it. I started at more like 2 minutes per photo, I think, and then brought it down to like 90 seconds and then 60 seconds. And like you learn to let go. It's very zen. Like when you first start, like you keep like spitting the small stuff, like getting the hair right, or like, you know, getting this like looking exactly right, like the way the arm sits or whatever, and you learn to let that go and focus more on like the vibes, like the feeling of the arm being held that way instead of like just the surface appearance of how the arm looks, if that makes any sense. like the flow of like energy like in the body, like in the drawing. It sounds stupid, but like it helped a lot. Fully recommend if your drawings are starting to look a bit stiff. Yeah, I really enjoy the technical stuff of drawing. I'm like the opposite of a lot of people that enjoys, like, at least like hobbyist artists. Yeah, the flow. Yeah, you've done that before going to bed. Oh, that's smart. Time to doing that in the evenings. Yeah, maybe I should do evenings instead of in the mornings. What was I saying? I forgot already. Oh yeah, I like all the technical stuff of drawing, like the stuff that like a lot of hobbyist artists hate, like studying anatomy and perspective, and like I really like drawings of buildings and streets and stuff that are like done with like 2-point perspective or whatever, and it's got like beautiful like straight lines and little details. Like all that stuff is really cool. I don't do much of it and I'm not that good at it, but that's probably like my favorite part of drawing, is like the more technical stuff. Okay, let's see if I can do the screen. Oops. Try to do these straight lines without a ruler. This is not gonna go well. I'm getting hungry. What am I eating for lunch today? Maybe just like a ham sandwich? I like buildings. I don't like trying to do perspective with a human body. Yeah, the human body is hard. Like with all those curves and stuff. Buildings are easy because they're mostly just boxes. Having said that, it is quite difficult to get like geometric shapes looking right, because like with something more fluid like a body, right, it's less obvious if you have something not quite right. Like you can't see it, but it's not as obvious as a straight line being at the wrong angle. Like you got a bit more like margin for error, but like the brain work required to like put a human body at like a perspective that you're not used to, that's a pain. And it never looks right while you're doing it. Like it's one of those things where you have to like kind of trust the process. At least for me it is. It always looks terrible while I'm doing it, and I keep wanting to like correct it, but that just brings it back into the perspective that I'm used to using, which is suddenly the incorrect perspective. So true, yeah. 2 parallel lines until you measure the space between the ends. Yeah, that kind of thing. All right, I have a screenshot of a fighting game in my references somewhere. I use Tekken because Tekken's like my favorite. I need to play more Tekken. I really haven't played enough. Yeah, and here I'm just gonna do like basic icons instead of character portraits. And I'm trying to resist the urge to use like rulers for these straight lines. Otherwise they look like a little too artificially straight, and you don't have that like hand-drawn doodle effect, which is what I'm hoping to get. I was gonna do block letters for these, but actually this is fine. Those lines are pretty straight for not using a ruler or anything, thank you. It helps that the screen is not straight. If one of these lines was straight, it would be very obvious that the rest of it is not straight, but they all kind of like reinforce each other's not straightness, their gayness. This is why Pride community is important. What in the world is going on with Burnsley in the corner? Which one? Wait, which one? Oh, in the picture frame. Yeah. I have no water in the tank. I said I didn't have the Burnsley cam on. I had it turned off earlier. I said I didn't have it on and the redeem is disabled because I didn't have any water in the tank right now. And then Bob was just like, put him in the tank anyway. So there's a clip of me giving Burnsley a concussion, dropping him into an empty tank. He's just sitting at the bottom. That's why I like Bob. There are many reasons to like Bob. There are also many reasons to dislike Bob. Okay. So this character Drake that's like fighting the bird here is my D&D character from Sleepy's campaign. Oh my god, I'm actually getting approvals. And oh man, I'm like just thinking about that campaign, which is like probably gonna start up pretty soon again for season 2. And man, he went through some traumatic stuff at the end of season 1, and I kind of have to like redo his whole riff sheet and and vibes and like everything. Yeah, the himbo. He's like no longer the himbo, kind of. Yeah. I've been trying to do some game writing this stream and I've written like 50 words. What game are you writing? Is this your actual game or the small talk game? Yeah, 25 words per hour. This is Daddy Dating Sim. Oh, nice. Yeah, emo himbo? Maybe. He's, yeah, a little emo now. Yeah, the one Pat streamed in Alpha Bob. Exciting. How's it going? Let me distract you further from your work. I'm like, sometimes I just like randomly push really hard on my pen for no reason and the line comes out like super thick. It's going. At least it's going, I guess. It's better than not going. Even if it's like 25 words an hour. Oh yeah, Alive! If you didn't know, Bob makes games. Let me do the Bob shout out. He has some really good like trolley prank games as well. That's on a separate itch page. Right now I'm writing the let's put all of Bob's anxiety into a guy round. Oh, is that like cathartic? Or like is that like good therapy, or does it like does it make you more anxious? I feel like it could really be either. Thanks a lot. It's cathartic now that I'm in therapy to actually work with this. So nice. Yeah, that's the beep one. Poop and pee both work. Yes, the troll games one. Thank you, Bob. I swear that was for Bob. No, I don't think I have a joke shout out for Bob, do I? Do you have a turd command on Beeb's channel? Yeah, maybe it's that one. Hi, Ort. I don't know, it's been a year, yeah. I've not made enough of those jokes. Okay, I should probably like actually put some clothes on this guy. I was seeing if I could keep reading hello over and over. You can't! It's once per stream. You say hello and then you're stuck here until you say goodbye. Oh my god. I just... Was it a knock at my door? Hang on, wait. I think someone's at the door. Where's my break screen? Here, okay, I'll be right back. It was my neighbor. You know, the one I mentioned on stream. Yeah, she actually watches my stream and she had some words for me. Okay, I'm just kidding. It was my neighbor though. It was the older daughter of like the neighbors, and she was over dropping off some like hand-me-downs for Lily. Did she tell you about her civics? No, that's her mom. No, this was I think she's like 16 or something, if I remember correctly. But like, yeah, because they've got 3 daughters over on that side. Like, you know, there's like 3 girls there, and like the youngest one is a couple of years older than Lily. So like they're kind of treating Lily as like the 4th sister, and like she's getting all the hand-me-downs from like all 3 girls. So there's like another cute toy and some clothes and like an activity book or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, they give us a lot of free stuff. They're super nice. She looked at me kind of weird. It may have been my streaming glasses. I have a pair of glasses that I wear specifically for stream because it tracks my eyes better, but they look like super dorky. Oh, she's seen me, and no one was ever supposed to see my streaming glasses. I should have changed them. I don't even know what my neighbors look like. Yeah. That would usually be the case for me. I think we need to see them now. I will, I'll post a photo on Discord after stream. You know, after I take them off. Yeah, they're super dorky. They're like if you saw people wearing like glasses like mine, like when you were a kid, like you were 100% beating them up. Like it's a law of nature. Like you can't like even if you're a nerd yourself, you just can't let these glasses go. That's a punch straight to the face and a wedgie minimum. Function overform, yeah. I read through 2/3 of a chapter and I passed out for a bit and then woke up again. Good morning, Yeti! Make sure you're hydrating. Yeah, we're still very slowly doing this. I'm actually almost done with the line art for this, which is where I said I'd stop. But I do feel like Drake should have some clothes here. Maybe he should be like holding a knife. Are you allowed knives in fighting games? That doesn't sound right. I'll take that back. Is this taken? Of course, Noe recognizes like the incredibly minimal UI I have up on the screen. yeah, it's based on Tekken because that's like the one that I actually like. I have not played that many other fighting games. Tekken's just the one I'm most familiar with. How's it going, Noe? I'm wondering if I should like put a face on here. That kind of looks weird, right? Maybe I should like do the hair more like this. And then like the mouth more like... He looks like a rubber chicken. Maybe more like a circle. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'll leave the eyes off. I think it looks better with the eyes off. I can't unsee the rubber chicken. You're so welcome. Maybe I'll give him like a little nose though, since he's sideways. And I never worked out what Drake was really wearing. He was supposed to have a cape, but I don't know, maybe he'll have like a elbow patch for some reason. And he had boots, but we were just kind of doing stick leg, the situation here. He definitely had some belts and things. Maybe he could have had like a sword on his back. I usually draw him with a sword on his back. This is close enough, right? When I play Tekken, I used King. Oh, my friend like exclusively uses King. Which is kind of what you have to do in Tekken, I guess. That's the impression that I get anyway. You just like need to like you need to study a character to be able to play them properly, like a freaking exam. And there's just like so many characters. I feel like you can't really be good at like too many of them because it's just too much information. Yeah, honestly, right? It's not just me, right? Okay, how's this? I will like, I won't do the line art, but I'll do like a little bit of a background here with the colors, when I get to that. I need to do like the chicken glasses, and I also need to put glasses on Yeti as well. Did I say chicken glasses? This isn't a chicken, this is just a bird. Perfect. This looks a little weird. Hang on. Monster Hunter has the same problem. Every fighting option is generally quite different. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna forget the glasses unless I add them now. They're rectangular, right? Yeah. Hi Takina, welcome in. Why does I'm currently on a hiatus from my hiatus sound like the most soapy thing ever? It is exactly the kind of thing I would say. You're right. Well, welcome in, Takina. How you doing? Happy New Year. There we go. That picture is cute though. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm still trying to decide what exactly I'm going to do with like this crowd. Maybe just random colors and very loose line art if I do any line art at all. And yeah, I basically just need to line this one, which I won't do right now. But I need to line Bob. Oh, Bob, wait, are you still here? If you can still hear me, I do have a request for you. If not, I'll just DM you later. But yeah, I just need to like line this one and then I can get to coloring these guys. Hello, yes, I'm Bob. Hi, Bobalist. You know, things have changed. We're waiting for the government to decide if they deserve money and other appointments. Oh no, I'm living in appointment and anxiety. Oh, that sucks. I hope you hear back from them soon. And I hope they do realize that you deserve money. Bobalist is our shipped name. Wait, what was the rule with ship names again? Like it's the one that's like in front is the top, right? That's a thing, isn't it? Bob, hey Bob, can you give me like and like one of Bob style MS Paint drawings for this bit? like can you draw this but like in MS Paint? I would kind of like to put that here. If not, I will attempt to do it myself. But you know, then it's just sparkling scribble, not actual Bob MS Paint. But I was just thinking like earlier when I was setting up a stream, like, oh, I should really put that here. That would be perfect. Anyway, that's gonna be where I leave off for the day. Ow. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna go and get lunch. Oh my god, it's 2:30 already? How did that happen? Why is it already 2:30? And thank you, Yeti. Yeah, everyone hydrate. Alright, who can we raid? Oh my god, there's so many people online right now. It's the dentist. Ow, it is, yeah. I feel like I've already said this, but it was the yappening, you're right. A few times I've had dentist appointments at 2:30 and like this was back when I was getting my Invisalign stuff done, so I had to have like a lot of dentist appointments. So like I go have my appointment and then come out, and while I'm paying, the receptionist will ask me if I want to book the next one. And so like I'm sitting there at the reception desk and she'd be like, cool, your next one's you know, at like, you know, January the 15th at 2:30, and I just like kind of giggle and be like 2:30, and then she'd just be like, and then I would thank her and leave. But it always makes me giggle whenever it happens, because it does happen. The glare, yeah, she just kind of looks at me. And I'm just like, I should not be out in public. Why am I allowed to be out here, like doing grown-up things, like organizing dentist appointments? Anyway, let's see who's streaming. There's so many cool people streaming right now, you guys. I'm not gonna be able to decide. Let's go raid Raindrop, because she was here earlier and she has a really bad dryer. Shall we do like a custom raid message? These are the people we need to enjoy the puns that are all around us. Yeah, I feel like there's too many people like out in real life that don't enjoy puns. It's like all the cool people I hear on Twitch. Alright, let's see if we can do like a custom raid message. What should I call it? Is that yes, this is the correct one. Raid messages. Here we go. Let's say I'm gonna duplicate this. And duplicate this. So this is my streamer bot setup. So can we think of like some sort of dryer pun? I wanna raid Raindrop with something about her awful dryer. Best I can think of is I don't know, maybe just go in there saying get a new dryer. Bad dryer support group raid. I think that's the best I can come up with. I'm assuming Raindrop actually got her laundry done if she's streaming now. How do you spell dryer? It's with a Y, right? Dryer? Sorry, I'm called and I missed the entire conversation. It was presumably about me. Oh, I was just asking you for something. I'll DM you later. It is DRYER, right? So it's Dryer Woe Support Group. Yeah, bad dryer support group. Here we go. Let's go with oops. Yeah, let's go with that one. Copy this and paste here. Okay, so that'll go out in a second when I set up the raid. Try. Yeah, I'll slide into your DMs, Bob. try. We all look like we've had a stroke. I'm gonna take a screenshot of you guys saying dryer. And a live thank you. Yeah, it was good. It was good meeting you. Thanks for being here and hanging out. I've enjoyed your company, and to everyone else as well. Thanks so much for coming and chatting. I'll always have a stroke of Any idea of when you'll stream again? Maybe in 2 days. I definitely can't stream tomorrow. I might be able to stream the day after that. Maybe. Not sure on time either. We'll just see what happens. Well, yeah, thanks guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. At least I got some of this done. We're going to go and raid Raindrop. Let me set up the raid before I forget. Raindrop Races is really awesome. She's playing God, I still have caps lock on. Raid Raindrop _ races. Syl, I definitely can't stream tomorrow. Also, Syl streams tomorrow. No, I definitely can't stream tomorrow because I need the morning to clean up the house. And then, thank you. And then, thanks, Yeti. And then, my family's coming back early afternoon. And then, how's this for peak dorkiness levels? Okay. In the afternoon, we are getting a family haircut. we all need a haircut. And there's this lady on Facebook that does it. So like Alex and Lily have been going to her, and she's currently like got a deal, like 2 for $50 or something. And And Lily and I definitely need a haircut. And Alex was like, oh, I kind of need a haircut as well. And the lady was like, okay, for you guys, I'll extend the deal, so it's like $75 for 5. So the entire family is showing up at this lady's house tomorrow, and she's going to cut our hair. Yeah, bowl cuts. Yeah, that's she's a professional hairdresser. She just started, getting herself set up at home after the pandemic, happened, and she just kind of stuck with it, and she's really nice. Anyway, does everyone have to wait in line? I think so, because it's just like the one lady there that's like cutting everyone's hair. It's just this old lady that does it in like her garage or something. Like anyway, yeah, tomorrow, no stream because of family haircuts. So the pandemic was 3 years ago. Wasn't it like 6 years ago? Can you get my haircut to go? Just mail it to me. Oh, that sounds great. You should start that up as a service, or... Old lady, wait, be careful. This could be crime! Yeah, she might give us our change back in counterfeit money. Yeah, haircut as a service, exactly. I'm imagining an old lady with a house full of cats and like a single folding metal chair in the middle of the living room. I will let you know when I come back. Here's your change, writes a check. Oh my god. Help. That would be so funny though, actually. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping and go. We are raiding range up races. The raid messages will pop off when I start the raid. It was 6 years ago. It was, right? 2020-ish? Late 2019? Yeah, I'm hungry. I need to eat food. Hate you too, Bob. Love you, everyone else. Thank you for the outro. Yeah, the math just doesn't add up. Yeah. Have a lovely evening, guys. Have a good afternoon. Happy time zone, whatever. Remember to hydrate, eat, all that good stuff. See you in a couple of days, maybe. It's great that her home business is doing good all this time. I know, right? I'm so happy she's still, like, it's working out for her. Anyway, yeah, catch you later. Is there anything else I need to say? Next stream's in a couple of days. You guys need to hydrate. Don't forget your pills. Oh, there's a last redeem. That's what I'm forgetting. You can unlock emotes with channel points, and there's also a last redeem. So good luck if you're going for that. It's the opposite of a first redeem. Right, we're off. Thanks for hanging out. Oh my god, no, Yeti just bit me up. How dare you? Ow. Okay, well, I need to go and recover. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you guys later. Happy time zone. Stay safe, stay sane, and stay silly. And I'll see you later. Bye, guys!